Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned, some of them also friends of Mayor Adams. Again, Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York.
Diddy is snitching already.
Has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We'll have the latest online and tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
This out. So
nuts.
The man, the myth, the legend, the DEI hire, Eric Adams, has been indicted on federal charges. Now, we don't know what those are yet, but recently the police commissioner resigned. We'll get to that in a minute. Several city officials have been arrested, indicted, resigned. This is just the latest. And you may remember like a year ago, so Eric Adams was flipping out about illegals and held a big press conference, said he's going to go talk to people in Washington. He's going to talk to Joe Biden. The city's being overwhelmed. Crime is rampant. The resources are stretched, strained. They're having to close schools. He went to Washington. When he got back in a couple days, he had to hold another press conference, and he literally he looked so defeated. He said, "There is no help. There's nobody coming. We're going to have to figure this out." And then and it was within a week after that, his offices got raided by the FBI, and this thing started to unravel. This is what happens. This is what the Biden regime and the DNC, the Dems, the people in power are doing to even their own. He's a staunch Democrat his entire life, and he's played ball ever since. He hasn't criticized them ever since. He got the message, and they're still going after him. This is
All right, everybody, y'all already know. As y'all come on in, make sure to hit the like button. Everybody on Instagram, make sure to go over to Mr. Let Go on YouTube. Mr. Let Go on YouTube. We are live. I know it's late, but let's get together and hit the like button together. Let's go. Hit the like button. This is crazy. P. Diddy is officially snitching on everybody. And I'm about to tell y'all who he's snitching on next.
a warning to everybody not to go against the powerful, the people in power, the regime. It's sad. Now, here's the other interesting thing. I mentioned the police chief. Let me show you this guy. So this is Edward Caban.
Y'all watch this. This is some mafia mess. Remember I talked about Diddy being connected to the CIA? Watch this. This is one of the reasons why Diddy has been able to get away with all of this mess he's been doing for 3 decades because of all of this.
First Latino police commissioner in New York City's history. Well, he just had to resign. He's being indicted along with his brothers who were all on the police force. Basically, they were running, a mafia-style, business where for protection, extortion, basically, they have some of the thugs go in, threaten the businesses. They'd come in behind and say, hey, we'll protect you.
And this is exactly what Diddy would do. Diddy would solicit their help and run around just going off on everybody, getting whatever it is that he wanted from whoever and deleting whoever gets in the way. And they are the ones who would protect him because they had a mafia-style organization that protected anybody that paid them. This right here is how Diddy was able to get away with all of the stuff that he's been getting away with. It's all breaking down right in front of us.
They also had city inspectors come in, point out violations, and then their company that his brothers ran would come in and they would make it go away. They'd take care of it because their brother was the police chief. So they've all been indicted. It's all pretty blatant. And this is, New York politics. The difference is, why are they going after him? And part of the issue is the immigration issue. These guys spoke up. They spoke up to the wrong people, made them look bad. So, you just can't do that in some of these places. And just again, here's where they talk about the resignation, phones seized, records seized. This was basically the mafia being run through the city,
Yep.
and Eric Adams is deep involved. The police chief was deep. This is just old school New York politics.
Everybody coming on in. 1, hit the like button, and 2, drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis. We up late talking mess. Let's go.
But they stepped on the wrong toes, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the DOJ being used to target any opponent, any opposition.
And if one more person tells me to stop interrupting, I'm going to block you. I'll say it again. If one more person comes in here telling me to stop interrupting, I'm going to kick you out of here.
Anybody that speaks against them, that should scare everybody, because eventually they'll come for everybody. You won't be able to have an opinion of your own. So anyway, I thought it was interesting. We'll hear more about it and hear what the actual charges are, because they haven't said yet what's going on with Eric Adams. So anyway, like, follow. I appreciate it, guys.
My mouth fucked up, but we about to talk about this. New York Mayor Eric Adams has been reportedly indicted on federal criminal charges. This better not be because of Diddy. This better not be because of Diddy. So, according to the FBI, the charges are sealed. We will not know what happened till later on. Hopefully they open them hoes quick. Now we know earlier this month, FBI raided the homes of the top aides of New York City Mayor Eric Adams. After that happened, everybody is resigning. Everybody's getting the fuck out the way. I don't know what he got going on, but baby, you got indicted by a grand jury. You going down. The Southern District of New York has your ass, and I know it's them. It's gotta be them. Now, does this have something to do with Diddy? I have no fucking clue. But I think Eric took that key back way too late. I really pray to God that it's not attached to Diddy and the alleged police that he had under him, and the moves he was actually able to make in New York without being convicted of anything. And I do mean anything.
Anything. That's what I'm talking about. That's the actual connection right there. Diddy has been able to move around New York City doing whatever he wanted to do for 3 decades, and nobody messed with him. And this is why.
This better be some embezzlement type of shit. Some racketeering, mishandling of money, something. Just don't be attached to Diddy. God damn.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. The new people that just came in, hit the like button. The new people that just came in, make sure to hit the like button. The new people that just came in, make sure to hit the like button.
His inner circle has been engulfed by numerous federal investigations that have increasingly targeted the highest ranks of New York City government. Like, for example, earlier this month, federal agents seized phones from numerous top city officials, including a top aide to Mr. Adams, the school's chancellor, and the police commissioner. Federal authorities also seized Mr. Adams' electronic devices last November, just days after they searched the Brooklyn home of his chief fundraiser. Now, of course, the indictment raises questions as to whether he's able to still serve as mayor of New York City. And listen to me very closely, Republicans, because this is important. Eric Adams should resign right now, not tomorrow, not the day after. He shouldn't wait. He should resign right now. I don't care that he's a Democrat. He's been indicted on federal charges. We in the Democratic Party are not in a cult of personality. We're not loyal to somebody just because they're a Democrat. And if you're indicted on federal charges after years-long investigations, then you should step down. It's that simple, Republicans. See?
So let's break this down. I have another set of videos coming to my computer now, because all of this information is coming to me all at one time. So I got more videos coming up. So be patient on that. So I want to say this, because some of y'all may not know, and I don't know all the facts myself either, because I don't live in New York. But I want y'all to think about this. Mayor Adams and P. Diddy are going to be locked up in the same exact jail, the Metropolitan Detention Center. The records are sealed right now, and we'll know more, I think, in the morning. So he either went to jail already, or he's meant to turn himself in tomorrow morning. We'll find out more tomorrow morning, because everything is brand new. But I want to give y'all an understanding on the connection between Eric Adams and Diddy. Eric Adams has been the mayor since 2021. That's the first thing. He gave Diddy the key to the city. This man has been literally the worst corrupt mayor that New York has ever seen. And like I said in this video, in one of the videos that I shared with y'all, they ran a mafia-style protection agency where they actually protected different people who had money, and they put them in a position where they can delete whoever they wanted to. They can run up in anybody's building without any problems. Diddy has been doing this. Diddy solicited their services for the last 30 years. Eric Adams, before 2021, before he became mayor, in his past, for I think he's been on the police force. Like before he became mayor, he was on the police force for like 22 years. So Eric Adams is also mentor of the flashy pastor who is also in jail, Lamar Whitehead. Do y'all remember Lamar Whitehead? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Lamar Whitehead. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Lamar Whitehead, the flashy pastor that went to jail for fraud. That was like Lamar Whitehead and Eric Adams were almost like father and son. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Lamar Whitehead. So Lamar Whitehead is like Mayor Adams' son, and he was in New York scamming people also. So I'm just giving y'all an understanding of what actually is going on or has been going on behind the scenes. Before Eric Adams was mayor, he was a high-ranking captain of the New York Police Department. So how has Diddy been able to run around New York terrorizing people for the last 30 years? Well, the New York Police Department, of course, has been working for Diddy. The police force up to the sitting mayor has been operating as a mafia in New York for decades. All right, so here comes the other videos. Here comes the other videos.
The mayor of New York City was just indicted by the feds, and you cannot tell me that this doesn't have something to do with Diddy.
All right, so to the new people who just came in, we got 760 people in here. Make sure to hit the like button. I'm talking to the new people that just came in. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. And before we get to this set of videos, because this right here is going to be connect everything to Diddy, make sure to hit the like button, and quick commercial break. We'll be right back with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. All right, y'all, here we go. Make sure to click the link that I just dropped in the chat and check out my 2 different card games. One of them is here and the other one is on pre-order. Well, you can pre-order it. And all together, my mother-daughter card game and my deep discussions card game actually helps you let go of your childhood trauma so you can be ready and prepared for another person, because too many of us complain about it being pee in the dating pool without realizing that we are part of the pee that is in the dating pool because we ain't let go of our childhood trauma yet. So hit the link, hit the like button, and buy one of my Deeper Discussions card games so we can actually become better people for other people. So let's get back to these videos. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We are at, we at 300 likes and we are at 900 people in here. So we need what? Almost, we might well say 600 likes. So we are 500 likes down. Make sure to hit the like button as y'all come in. Thank you so much, Duke Shooter. Let's go.
I have the chills right now because Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, was just indicted by the feds, and you cannot tell me that this doesn't have something to do with Diddy. And I have the chills right now because right after Diddy's arrest, multiple people connected and working with Eric Adams stepped down from their jobs. And now we finally have the feds indicting Eric Adams a week after the Diddy indictment. Everybody has been saying that politicians and people in power are connected to Diddy, and even Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, just spoke about Diddy's relationship with Eric Adams.
Yep.
All this is bigger than Diddy.
Yep. It's bigger than Diddy.
It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city.
Man.
All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City.
Y'all keep hitting the like button. Y'all, the likes are going up. I appreciate it. We're at 300 now. We got to get to 1,000 likes now.
Are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York.
So Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, has been indicted on federal criminal charges. The indictment right now is sealed, and it's unclear what charge or charges Adams is facing, but we are expected to know the details of the indictment on Thursday. And honestly, maybe this is just a coincidence, but I feel like they are attacking people left and right. And I mean, Eric Adams is the one that told us when he gave Diddy the key to New York City, he said that he was the bad boy of politics.
Oh, Mayor Adams said he was a bad boy of politics? What? Oh, crap. Shout out to Uber Manska. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Y'all hit that membership button also. I'm about to start doing membership only content. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We are now at 350 likes. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. We are now at 1,300 people. So now we still need the same, 800 likes at least. So hit the like button, y'all. Keep hitting the like button. And thank y'all for hitting the like button. To the new people who just came in, don't forget to hit the like button because we behind on likes. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
And now we're actually finding out he is the real bad boy of politics.
One of P. Diddy's
crazy.
closest friends, Eric Adams, who is the mayor of New York City, has just been indicted with many charges for corruption, and he is currently being sent to the same jail that Diddy's is being held in Brooklyn, and it looks like he's the next public figure to be exposed.
Fox News has just confirmed Democratic New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted, will face criminal charges. According to the New York Times, the indictment is sealed. It is unclear what charges he will be facing We'll continue to follow this developing story.
11:30, the door is open for the mayor and the artist.
The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. This man is nuts. See, the thing about it is, y'all, this is the problem with all of this. Everybody in New York City knew exactly what P. Diddy has been doing for the last 30 years. So the fact that you know P. Diddy has been doing all these different things to women, you know that P. Diddy has been doing all these other things to young boys, you know that P. Diddy has been corrupt, you know that P. Diddy was either in cahoots or working for the CIA. For you to actually say I'm the bad boy of New York City, knowing that bad boy is also corrupt, you are nuts to actually say that. These people are nuts. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
I want to thank y'all for this honor and just recognizing me being from New York, giving me the key to the city. Diddy finally has the key to the city.
Today's event coincides with the release of his.
All this shows us is that whoever you are, if you were closely associated to Diddy and you took part in all the criminal things that Diddy was doing at his parties, you are next on the list. It doesn't matter if you're a political figure. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete, a rapper, an actor. You are going to be exposed eventually. And this was also mentioned by P. Diddy's bodyguard last year when he said that the mayor of New York City is going to be next.
Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City.
They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits.
See, the thing about it is, people are saying, how is this connected to Diddy? Well, I want y'all to think about how things have been going for the last, 6 to 8 months now. Diddy had no problems out of nobody until what? Cassie. The day Cassie filed that lawsuit is the day P. Diddy started having problems with the criminal courts. So this is how things actually happen. It's not just happenstance that he is getting indicted a week after Diddy is being indicted. It's all connected. Because another thing, if you think about this, P. Diddy needs protection inside of the county jail. He's still in New York. New York is New York. So he still is in need of protection, because I'm sure y'all already heard Diddy is afraid to eat, because Diddy knows for a fact how he's been deleting other people through their food. So now Diddy is sitting here thinking like, damn, the same way I've been deleting other people, now I got to worry about being deleted. And that's actually what's happening right now. This man is fearful of his life because of what he has done to all these other people. And then somebody brought up Ciroc. If you go back before that, when he started arguing with them involving Ciroc, not Ciroc, I forgot what the name of the liquor company was, but altogether, they had a problem with him too.
That was put against him.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We're at 1,700 people in here. Shout out to y'all. We are at 1,700 people in here right now. Thank y'all for being here. Welcome. Some of y'all don't know who the heck I am. I am Mr. Let Go. I have been a coach for the last 7 years, and I have different products that I share with my community, whether it's my Deeper Discussions card game or my mother-daughter card game, helping everybody with childhood trauma. And why am I talking about Diddy? Because Diddy and the rest of these dudes are a problem to our Black community. And if you are problematic to our community, I'm going to run you into the ground to the best of my ability. So just a little introduction of who I am.
Look at it. You have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him.
This entire situation is just absolutely crazy because you're telling me Diddy got arrested last week. He got hit with all those charges. Now Eric Adams just got exposed. And I just wonder who is going to be the next person on the line. And for everybody that lives in New York City, it is truly about to look like Gotham.
Oh, Fifth House, you want to come up? Because you in New York. You know a lot about New York. Fifth House, do you want to come up? I would love to have you up here. Fifth House, do you have time to come up? Because you're in New York City, and I would love to get an opportunity to hear your beautiful voice again. Fifth House, where are you at? Do you want to come on up? Everybody vote for Fifth House. Put some hearts in the chat. If y'all remember Fifth House doing that wonderful book reading when we had Kim Porter's book. The girl that narrated Kim Porter's book is in the chat, and I want to have her come up.
My entire situation, though, do you guys think that Eric Adams and Diddy are two innocent men and they never did anything wrong? Or do you guys think that there's something bigger here and we're about to see more people get exposed? Let me know.
So Gene Dale just did an interview saying like it's a whole conspiracy with Eric Adams and is involved with Diddy, and all Eric Adams people are resigning. And I was like, I believe that, because Eric Adams parties like he's Diddy. He was Diddy after Diddy left New York City. He's the Diddy of politicians. And he was like, okay, let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take down the, even though I kept a little for myself. And I gave Diddy the key, but I'm gonna have to take it back. Because we do not condone freak-offs. Oh! Okay? I'm Mayor Eric Adams. I'm trying to help the people. And they put my name in this Diddy stuff. That's so funny to me. Because he was having a good time.
He was having a good time.
Just a week ago. Now, everybody's resigning. Whenever they resign, that means they did something. Okay? Right. Or you were connected to somebody that did something to the point where it's just like, listen, you can.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They're like, they
this
ain't
is,
gonna get
really
wore out. after
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper discussions, the card game.
All right, let's get back to the videos.
Cut your losses now or never work again.
Now, I am not saying these two things are related at all, but Mayor Eric Adams of New York City was indicted today on federal charges after a federal corruption investigation. He's the first sitting mayor to be indicted on federal charges. And at the same time, Diddy's former bodyguard revealed that those freak-off tapes that he kept and that the feds have now, but that somebody has copies of, actually include and involve many of these New York politicians.
That's
A
it.
massive corruption scandal gripping New York politics.
So I think y'all forgot that they raided Diddy's 2 homes and got hundreds of terabytes of footage of who? You thought it was just Jay-Z and Usher and all them? No. It was white folks. It's the politicians. The politicians were in there doing all this freak off stuff. So Eric Adams, police officers, and whoever else was in those freak off tapes. Shout out to Uber Manska. Didn't this start due to the new Adult Survivors Act in New York that was passed? Yes. Yes. I think Diddy has 12 lawsuits right now, and it's literally because of that. Let's see. How many lawsuits does Diddy have right now? I think it's 12. It may be more, but yeah. Yes. So to answer your question is yes. So shout out to the Fifth House. Sorry, y'all can't participate in the New York City shenanigans, but giving you your flowers for an outstanding job. P.S. You look exceptionally handsome this evening, MLG. Oh, all right, Fifth House. Don't be in here flirting. Got me in here smiling. Shout out to Fifth House. She has a most. I haven't. One, she's pretty as I don't know what, and she has this beautiful ass voice. It's nothing like a beautiful voice gets me. A woman can be as pretty as she want to, but you know how some women be pretty, but they have a little scratchy voice. But yeah, the Fifth House, she's pretty and she has a beautiful freaking voice. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We are at let's see. We at 500 likes and we got 2,000 people in here, y'all. We at 500 likes and we at 2,000 people in here. I need 1,500 people to hit the like button. We are so behind. That's why I be reminding y'all. Thank you, Fifth House. See, we at 556 likes. What's up, Yoselin? I be trying to remind y'all because y'all gonna turn around and forget. Then y'all say, don't stop saying hit the like button. We down 1,500 likes, y'all. So let's take a second and everybody right now hit the like button. We need 1,500 likes and we're gonna get back to the videos. All right, we'll be right back with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.
Federal charges after a federal corruption investigation. He's the first sitting mayor to be indicted on federal charges. And at the same time, Diddy's former bodyguard revealed that those freak-off tapes that he kept and that the feds have now, but that somebody has copies of, actually include and involve many of these New York politicians. A massive corruption scandal.
Shout out to Jessica Taylor. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Hey, from Australia. Shout out to you.
Gripping New York politics. Wouldn't it be interesting to see if any of these people fall and why all of a sudden Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges, which have not yet been disclosed? I'm not saying it's related, but
Everything is related. Y'all check this out. More people are about to get indicted. Check this out.
Be a predator, then anybody can be a predator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They not seeing the victim. They not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours.
So is more people connected, whether it's an artist or whether it's a corrupt cop or whether it's a corrupt politician. But everybody is about to have all kinds of problems. Now, right now, we're talking about the politicians, right? But for a second, let's discuss Usher. In my opinion, because I don't know. I think Usher is next. The next artist to go down, because everybody's saying, what about Jay-Z? Forget about Jay-Z. Usher, according to everything I'm learning, is super complicit. Usher, Ashton Kutcher, and Faith Evans are the three main co-conspirators to the majority of the things Diddy has been doing. Now, why do I say Faith Evans? I'll get to that in a minute. So what Usher has been doing, just like what she just said, shout out to Jaguar Wright. When Justin Bieber was like 14, his handlers told Justin and told everybody else that under no circumstances does he go near P. Diddy. So Diddy was not able to get to Justin Bieber. P. Diddy wanted Bieber so badly where he went and got his other Justin Bieber, which is Usher, because Usher had 3 Justin Biebers. It was Usher, Bow Wow, and Justin Bieber. Those were allegedly his 3 toys. according to Kim Porter's book. All right. So, all right, we're at 700 likes. We still got to get the likes up. So thank y'all for hitting the like button, but please keep hitting the like button. Please keep hitting the like button because we're now at 2,300. Hit the like button. So in order for P. Diddy to get his hands on Justin Bieber, because everybody in the industry was saying no, well, guess what happened? Usher, who was already being, blanked by Diddy for probably 15 years or more, him and Scooter Braun, look up Scooter Braun. You can get in that on your own, but him and Scooter Braun actually started a record company. They started a record company, and the only artist that they ever signed was Justin Bieber. They put together a new business specifically to lure Justin Bieber in. So next thing you know, Justin Bieber became Usher's little liaison. It was all a setup to bring Justin Bieber to Diddy. So that's what Jag is talking about right here. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. So let me back it up a little bit. This shit is so terrible.
If he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They not seeing the victim. They not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there. Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute.
For years.
But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler.
Imagine being a parent. Imagine you having a 14-year-old kid. Boy, girl might be a little different. Imagine you have a 14-year-old son and he can sing. And then you don't know nothing about Diddy. You don't know nothing about all this diddler stuff. And Usher comes to you and said, hey, I want to sign your son. Usher, out of all people, who's going to say no to Usher? Yeah, go do your thing. And all of a sudden, it's all a setup to get Diddy to sleep with him. This shit is crazy. And I got somebody saying, read my message. Put your message in a super chat like these people did, and I'll be able to read your message. So if y'all want me to read your message in the chat, you put it in the super chat and put some color behind your words, and then I'll easily read your question or your statement with no problem.
Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. To take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more.
Oh! He literally needed to find somebody to replace Usher. The years of torment, the years of the A word or the SA word. And instead of you running off and getting away from this man, because Usher been had money, he could have retired a long time ago. He could have retired after Confessions. But no, he came out with like, what, 2 more albums after Confessions? He could have been retired. Usher have been rich for at least, what, 20 years? He could have been left. You can't say Usher's broke. But no, he stayed and replaced himself with Justin freaking Bieber.
Mila Kunis has allegedly moved out of the home she shares with Ashton Kutcher because
Another one.
she is aware of the fact that horrible information about Ashton and Diddy together, as well as video footage of the two of them together, is about to be released. For those of you who don't know, Ashton Kutcher partied a lot with Diddy in the early 2000s. There are multiple photos of the two of them together at various different parties. And a very troubling clip of Ashton Kutcher talking about Diddy's parties on Hot Ones has recently resurfaced and gone viral.
Party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote. If you have one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot. I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
So the rumor is that Mila Kunis is aware of how horrible the information and clips concerning Ashton Kutcher and Diddy are. So she has decided to distance herself from Ashton and completely remove herself from the situation.
Sheesh. Where's the other video? Where is the other video? Oh, here it is.
Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned, some of them also friends of Mayor Adams. Again, Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We'll have the latest online and tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
This out. So, the man, the myth, the legend, the DEI hire, Eric Adams, has been indicted on federal charges. Now, we don't know what those are yet, but recently the police commissioner resigned. We'll get to that in a minute. Several city officials have been arrested, indicted, resigned. This is just the latest. And you may remember like a year ago, so Eric Adams was flipping out about illegals and held a big press conference, said he's going to go talk to people in Washington. He's going to talk to Joe Biden. The city's being overwhelmed. Crime is rampant. The resources are stretched, strained. They're having to close schools. He went to Washington. When he got back in a couple days, he had to hold another press conference, and he literally he looked so defeated. He said, "There is no help. There's nobody coming. We're going to have to figure this out." And then and it was within a week after that, his offices got raided by the FBI, and this thing started to unravel. So, this is what happens. This is what the Biden regime and the DNC, the Dems, the people in power are doing to even their own. He's a staunch Democrat his entire life. And he's played ball ever since. He hasn't
Listen to what he's about to say.
Criticized him ever since. He got the message. And they're still going after him. This is a warning to everybody not to go against the powerful, the people in power, the regime. It's sad. Now, here's the other interesting thing. I mentioned the police chief. Let me show you this guy. So this is Edward Caban.
This is the police chief. So this right here is the craziest part of all of this. And it's the actual connection to Diddy. Diddy and Mafia has always been connected to each other. But how?
First Latino police commissioner in New York City's history. Well,
what's up, Lovey? Appreciate. Thank you for subscribing.
He just had to resign. He's being indicted along with his brothers, who were all on the police force. Basically, they were running, a mafia-style, business where for protection, extortion, basically, I
want y'all to think about this. Imagine you get a hold of some money and the police force actually comes to you and says, we'll protect you for if you pay us this amount of money per month. And now, because of that, you can walk around your city doing whatever it is that you want to do. There we go. Yep. I talked about that earlier. Yep. Yes. I can't pronounce the Sinaloa cartel. Anybody familiar with the Sinaloa cartel? I talked about that earlier today. The cartel is actually after Diddy because Diddy did them wrong. Because this is what's crazy. The cartel is actually suing Diddy because he didn't pay them for this type of protection that he's talking about right now. We'll talk about that in a minute, because the cartel and the freaking police force are the same freaking people. It's actually a mafia.
Basically, they were running, a mafia-style, business where for protection, extortion, basically, they'd have some of the thugs go in, threaten the businesses. They'd come in behind and say, hey, we'll protect you. They also had city inspectors come in, point out violations, and then their company that his brothers ran would come in and they would make it go away. They'd take care of it because their brother was the police chief.
The angry man, what's going on, bro? Salute. I'm laughing over here. By the way, gotta holler at you. Yo, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, angry man. I got you. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
So they've all been indicted. It's all pretty blatant. And this is, New York politics. The difference is, why are they going after him? And part of the issue is
Hold up. Everything else is somewhat the same, but she says something a little different. Let's see what she says.
Eric Adams has been reportedly indicted on federal criminal charges. This better not be because of Diddy. This better not.
Her teeth is messed up. She got a toothache or something like that. So excuse her. You probably wonder why she talked like that. She said she had a toothache or something like that.
Be because of Diddy. So, according to the FBI, the charges are sealed. We will not know what happened till later on. Hopefully they open them hoes quick. Now, we know earlier this month, FBI raided the homes of the top aides of New York City Mayor Eric Adams. After that happened, everybody is resigning. Everybody's getting the fuck out the way. I don't know what he got going on, but baby, you got indicted by a grand jury. You going down. The Southern District of New York has your ass, and I know it's them. It's gotta be them. Now, does this have something to do with Diddy? I have no fucking clue. But I think Eric took that key back way too late. I really pray to God that it's not attached to Diddy and the alleged police that he had under him and the moves he was actually able to.
Chris and Pac were about to start their.
So whether you believe that this book is real or not, I want y'all to listen to this. You ever want to know why Biggie and Pac died and nobody was arrested? Think about that. Now go back to this Eric Adams stuff. And you may say, Eric Adams wasn't married back then. But guess what? Back then, when Biggie and Pac died, Eric Adams was captain of the New York police force. And then you may say, well, Pac died in LA. What about that police force? This is a mafia. So you got to think about that. It's a mafia. It's not just about New York. It's a countrywide mafia. And I'm about to show you how the mafia is so bold or stupid where they're literally suing Diddy. The mafia is suing Diddy for things like this. So The reason why Biggie and Pac was able to be deleted and nobody went to jail and it wasn't even investigated is because of what has been going on with this mafia connected to the CIA, connected to the police force. Watch this.
It's true. Chris and Pac were about to start their own label. Sean slammed his fist against the table, shouting, "Doesn't anyone have any fucking loyalty?" On top of that, this nigga is making that move, and it should have been with me.
To sign with his record label, Rockefeller.
Guess he won't be leaving with that nigga to do their own label now. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him. Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, "It's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. So to be clear, if something happened," XX made quotation marks with his fingers, "to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it wouldn't be considered out of your control." Wait a minute, can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. This was a hit.
And the way the hit not only transpired, but the fact that they got away with it is because of this. Everybody hit the like button. We got 3,800 people in the building, and we only got 1,000 likes. I appreciate y'all, but we need 2,000 more likes. We need 2,000 more likes, because by the time the likes go up, we're going to have probably like 4,500 people in the chat. And I just want to let y'all know the reason why it's 3,800 people in here is because you hit the like button. So I want to thank you for hitting the like button, because you hitting a like button told YouTube that is lit over here, and YouTube sent this video out to more people. So, well, if you want to do it for me, because you probably don't care, if you want more people to come in here and watch this video with y'all and have more fun, because more people are more fun, hit the like button and YouTube will send it out to 1,000 more people. And I would appreciate you if you did that. So check this video out here.
Here is some deep Diddy shit. Read the headline and read what's right below it. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so just stay with me. Now, Alfredo P. Gonzalez is a member of the Sinaloa cartel. He is currently serving time.
Remember, somebody said earlier in the chat, somebody said it about 15 minutes ago, the Sinaloa cartel, and I said I couldn't pronounce it. Remember?
Now, this right here is some deep Diddy shit. Read the headline and read what's right below it. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so just stay with me. Now, Alfredo P. Gonzalez is a member of the Sinaloa cartel. He is currently serving time in Colorado. Now, he filed a lawsuit back in August against Diddy for $666,000 because he says that Diddy caused him reputational damage that cost him his contacts in New York for his illicit business. Now, the judge quickly...
Illicit business. What was his illicit business? What was the illicit business? What was the illicit business? Back it up just a little bit.
That Diddy caused him reputational damage that cost him his contacts in New York for his illicit business.
You see what I'm saying? What was the business? Hold on, right? Where's the dude? Oh, yeah.
Now, the judge quickly dismissed this suit because you can't sue for losing money for illegal activities, but let me talk to you about what's in the lawsuit. So according to Alfredo, Diddy's people reached out to him saying that he wanted to set up a deal with the Sinaloa cartel. And they responded with, "We're always happy to help supply party favors."
That right there is this right here.
Latino police commissioner in New York City's history. Well, he just had to resign. He's being indicted along with his brothers. Now, here's the other interesting thing. I mentioned the police chief. Let me show you this guy. So this is Edward Caban.
Edward Caban is part of the Sinaloa, I can't pronounce it, cartel.
First Latino police commissioner in New York City's history. Well, he just had to resign. He's being indicted along with his brothers who were all on the police force. Basically, they were running, a mafia-style,
the Sinaloa cartel.
Business where, for protection, extortion, basically, you know, they'd have some of the thugs go in, threaten the businesses. They'd come in behind and say, hey, we'll protect you. They also had city inspectors come in, point out violations, and then their company that his brothers ran would come in and they would make it go away. They'd take care of it.
So do y'all understand the connections with all of this? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all now understand the connections with Diddy, the cartel, and Mayor Adams. Y'all drop a 1 in the chat if y'all are with me. I just want to make sure I don't lose anybody. Shout out to Ukrainian mail order bride. Industry is booming. What? What in the world? Jay-Z and Beyonce been to lots of these parties, and if we are to believe Jaguar right, I would be very nervous. And I said before, nothing's happening to Jay-Z because Jay-Z is one of the most powerful black men in entertainment or in the world. And two, well, in America. And two, he's quiet. See, Diddy isn't quiet. Diddy been running around acting a fool for I don't know how long. So he dancing everywhere like 6 months ago, right before he got locked up. Even after he got locked up, no, not locked up. After he got indicted, and there was a rumor about him getting locked up, he was still running around messing with people then. But Jay-Z is quiet. As long as you quiet, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Shout out to Angry Man again. Oh, it's definitely attached to Diddy. Facts. Yeah, Angry Man is Angry Man. You from New York, right? Let me know if you have any info or you know somebody that knows anything about this. I bring you up, Angry Man. Shout out Angry Man. So let me know, Angry Man, if you know anything about what's been going on in New York, or if anybody else lives in New York and you know some stuff about all this New York stuff. Let me know and I'll bring you up.
And famous. But then he was told that they weren't looking for those types of substances. They wanted young boys and girls for a party in New York.
They wanted young boys and girls.
And he responded with, "We don't get into trafficking. There's no money to be made there." Apparently, they continued to press, offering Alfredo to be able to come and watch these parties. He said he wanted no part of this, and they threatened him with how much power that Diddy had on the streets and that they were going to make his life hell. Now, remember, you're talking about a cartel member, so he said he didn't really care what Diddy's people had to say, and he wasn't worried. Bring it on. Well, this lawsuit...
Now, watch this.
...basically claims that because of what Diddy did, defaming his reputation, that he lost a lot of key contacts, which caused his profits to drop substantially, specifically in New York. Anyways, we're going to keep covering this. Hit that follow button if you don't already.
Okay, look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him. You're right.
Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Okay. Okay, but you.
Why is he interrupting Suge? Like, let Suge talk. Damn.
Another artist to the point where his friend got caught up with the same thing. How they raided Puffy House for sex trafficking. They raided his friend house for sex trafficking.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
This is Suge Knight talking. The CEO of Death Row.
He never was an artist.
Sure. Can you say something? Can you say something
you really look at the whole situation?
Because you only got.
Everything I'm saying is positive. And I got to hand him a call right back.
All right, Suge, you called time.
Known him a long time, and we was friends. We're not enemies, but we were friends. He's not a dummy, so he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, this man right here, he been involved with the FBI and most of his career. He got powerful.
He's been involved with the FBI through his entire career. Diddy.
People, one of his partners who started his company with drug money, President Obama got him out of prison. So it's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just crawl in the corner and die. He probably going through a lot of shit right now because he probably going through a lot of withdrawals for the drugs. But the industry got him on drugs. My artist, one of the worst mistakes I could have made was protecting my artist is doing a deal at Interscope. When my artist used to pull up in valet, the Murdoch building, they'd get out, they smell like weed. When they clothes smell like weed. When they made it to any office, it would smell like weed.
Hold on, he's babbling. I don't care about nobody smelling no damn weed. All right, hold on a second. It looks like Suge Knight is just getting too old to be talking. I don't know why the hell he got a podcast. That man don't even know how to damn talk. Suge Knight, shut up.
Spill the tea.
All right, y'all already heard this part. Let me back up a little bit. So this is very pertinent information right here.
I go, well, I really don't know. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. There's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's like it's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well.
Diddy was just hit with another lawsuit. This woman named Adria English filed a lawsuit against Diddy for trafficking. She explained how her and her boyfriend auditioned for a modeling gig for Diddy's Sean John clothing line. She alleged that her boyfriend and another model were asked to perform oral on Diddy in order to get the job. She explained that her boyfriend turned Diddy down, but then he would get a second chance to work with Diddy as long as Adrian went to the party and performed as a go-go dancer. Her and her boyfriend agreed to work at one of Diddy's famous white parties in the Hamptons in 2004, and the lawsuit includes pictures of herself working at this party. She alleged that during this party, she was forced to drink lace liquor and flirt with the guests. She explained that she didn't have physical engagements with these guests during this white party, but she alleged that Diddy would groom her into trafficking over time. And she alleged that this didn't start happening until Diddy demanded that she had physical relations with Jacob the Jeweler, a famous jeweler in hip-hop. In this lawsuit, she included pictures of herself with Jacob the Jeweler and alleged that she was forced to have physical relationships with him and then was paid $1,000 on top of what she would usually get paid to work at Diddy parties. She then alleged that Diddy congratulated her for having physical relations with Jacob as directed and told her job well done. Then she alleged how things just got worse from there and she was being passed around at Diddy parties to all these different people.
Everybody make sure to hit the like button. I always got to remind y'all because it's new people always coming in. So the people who already hit the like button, thank you. But I'm saying this to the new people who just came in. We are at 4,000 people even. And we are at 1,400 likes. All right. I'll say that again. We got 4,000 people in here and we only have 1,400 likes. So I need everybody to take a second to hit the like button. I know y'all don't want me to stop or whatever, but I got to get these likes up. So we need 2,000 people to like the video at least, because we're only at we're at 1,500 likes, so we're going up. So everybody right now at the same time, just boom, just hit the like button. We got a lot to talk about, and I need to make sure we stay caught up with these likes. So everybody, please hit the like button.
Where she was essayed multiple different times. She's also suing a woman named Tamiko Thomas, who is accused of felicitating Diddy's trafficking operation. She explained how Tamika is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Diddy. She alleged in this lawsuit that Diddy made promises to her saying that he was going to help her join a girl group to enter the music business. But she said he also would back it with forceful demands, saying that he would have her and her boyfriend blackballed if they did not follow his demands. One thing that gets me out of all of these multiple lawsuits, they all sound really, really similar. I feel like Diddy has been done, but it just keeps getting more and more and more crazy as time goes on. But you guys let me know what you guys.
I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother, without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. And if anybody here has a tumultuous relationship with their mother, I know we're talking about Diddy, but I'm always going to make sure that I'm here for my community and my audience. If anybody watching has a tumultuous relationship with their mother and it's been like this for years and you just gave up on it, your mother is just the way your mother is, make sure to check out that card game that you just seen on the screen. The link is under this video and the link is also pinned at the top of the chat. I have 2 different card games. I have a mother-daughter card game specifically for mothers and daughters so y'all can come back together and heal together. It's like therapy in a box. Also, I have a deeper discussions card game. There's 81 cards in this card game, and it helps men and women vet the opposite sex. So you won't end up in a bad situation, falling in love with somebody that you find out is a damn psycho. So this is somewhat like an emotional condom because we spend so much time just running after somebody that we so like or fall in love with or whatever, but we can't seem to find the right person. It's not your discernment, it's your not having the right questions. So if you play this game and you ask another person these questions in the game, it will actually vet the person for you, and you don't have to worry about trusting your discernment because the card game will actually do all that for you. So the link is under this video and the link is also pinned in the chat. Just here to help. We can talk about Diddy all we want, but if we're not healing, we're not growing. All right, so going back to the video.
Of this new Diddy lawsuit in the comments. Jaguar Wright told us that Diddy took out Kim Porter, and this is something that I've wholeheartedly believed since I've heard Jaguar Wright speak about this 4 years ago. Jaguar Wright alleged that Kim Porter was poisoned, and this was because she was writing a tell-all book about Diddy and trying to leave him. And then she said that Kim Porter's ex, Al B. Sure, was put into a coma around the same time that he was writing a tell-all book. And what literally gives me chills is Al B. Sure took to his social media after Kim Porter's passing, and he wrote that she was murdered. He said, "I just found this footage from the morning that I learned of Kim Porter's and how it ripped the soul from my physical body." He said that Kim Porter just didn't check out all of a sudden because they were just at a Christmas special with Netflix for their son Quincy. And Al B. Sure wasn't lying because a couple days before Kim Porter's death, they were at a Netflix event called the Holiday Calendar for Quincy. Al B. Sure was being so vocal on social media that he knew that Kim Porter did not pass away due to pneumonia. He also said, "She sent me this. Life intimidating art. Art intimidates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said, call the FBI." After all this, I'll Be Sure was really getting ready to come out with a book, and then he slipped into a coma, and he took shots just a couple months ago, basically saying that this was Diddy.
We're going to be producing the I'll Be Sure life story.
Quick question. Somebody just said the unofficial Kim Porter book got some truths in the book. Do you guys want me to play some excerpts from the book? Yes or no? We're going to talk about this, but a little later. Do y'all want me to play some excerpts from the book? So let me show you exactly. We're going to stay with this, but I just want to show y'all what it's going to look like. Do y'all want to hear about this? And we're going to go back to that.
Is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. My heart sank in my chest. Everybody is going to want to what? Well, everybody, you know, Will, Jada, XXX, Sean, I'm having your baby. He verbally waved me off. This is the kind of thing I have to do in order to continue giving you this comfortable lifestyle.
So that is the narration of the book. So y'all say yes or no in the chat. And I got to get enough yeses. If y'all want me to play the narration of the book, I will play it. That's how it's going to sound. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. The book is out. Well, I think the book is out. I think they don't took the book down. So yes or no. What? I need to get yeses or nos. Okay. All right. So after we talk about this, we're going to talk about the book. So, okay, cool. Just want to check.
Aimed to prevent me from sharing publicly the facts and the insights from Kim Porter that she shared with me during our frequent intimate conversations and her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life. I'll Be Sure is sharing all of this because the new memoir that came out about Kim Porter, and he's actually saying that there was somebody in Diddy's camp, like Kim Porter and Diddy and all of them, someone that was around them, that took these notes that she had on her computer and her cell phone and edited them to make them look like something they weren't. He said, I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into the entire group of individuals who worked at or were around the residence of Kim Porter, including publicists who assisted drafting this. It has came to my attention that these persons were instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices which contained her original book notes. Original notes are distinct from this fabricated bullshit and the offensive pages being circulated on Amazon, which depict graphic acts involving me that never took place and that was edited and added after Kim Porter's murder. Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that has been concealed. I am convinced that that evidence corroborates closely with the details outlined in the recently released public indictment document. So I'll Be Sure is saying that he thinks that they have Kim Porter's computer and her phone that were took when she passed away. Holy shit. Additionally, it is pertinent to note that individuals involved in this matter may also have been connected to concealing the alleged several prominent artists, a situation that has left many bewildered. Unfortunately, Kim was taken from us way too soon before she could complete her true thoughts before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses and being drugged and trafficked she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura. Kim Porter was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. The chills I got, because this is exactly what Jaguar Wright was saying years ago, and I'll Be Sure has been trying to say, and now, baby, he is putting it all out there. Oh my gosh. Jaguar Wright also talked about how it didn't make sense that Kim Porter had 2 autopsy reports, and after the first autopsy report, the coroner actually stepped down and then he passed away. A lot of people felt this was really weird, and when you look into Ed Winters, he has also done a lot of other weird cases that we have a lot of questions about, such as Whitney Houston, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, Brittany Murphy, and Michael Jackson. And when Jaguar Wright was talking about Kim Porter's passing, she was also talking about how all of these people, including Kim Porter, all used to work with Diddy at Uptown Records.
So I want y'all to think about this. Virtually every person that worked with Diddy at Uptown Records is dead. Do y'all remember the origin of Freddy Krueger? Do y'all remember the origin of Freddy Krueger? Freddy Krueger turned into this evil person because they used to pick on it was a town full of people. He was messing with young kids or whatever, and then everybody in the town actually I think burned him by the stake. That's why his face was messed up. Freddy Krueger, right? And he came back to life and started haunting the children of the people that was that did that to him. Diddy is a real life Freddy Krueger.
And she explained how it was super weird because all of these people passed away, except I'll Be Sure because he ended up in a coma, but he was supposed to pass away. But all of them passed away except Diddy. And if you didn't know, Diddy started out in the music industry at Uptown Records as an intern. He ended up being fired because he hosted his first event that ended up in a tragedy. And that tragedy was called the City College Stampede, where there was a crowd crush event that happened December 28th, 1991. This event was headlined by Diddy and Heavy D, where 5,000 people
Somebody said Diddy Krueger. Facts.
People tried to pack into a gymnasium where only 2,730 people could fit.
Real quick, I need everybody to spam in the chat popcorn emojis. Everybody spam popcorn emojis in the chat. Spam popcorn emojis in the chat. If you're enjoying this show thus far, spam popcorn emojis in the chat. We're about to go over the fake book in a minute, and this is about to be crazy. Spam popcorn emojis in the chat.
And then there was a stampede and people were getting trampled all over and 9 people lost their lives. If you go on YouTube, you can watch videos on this, but just...
Yeah, and the lube emojis. Yeah, spam the chat with popcorn emojis and lube emojis.
Viewer discretion is advised because not only was there 9 people that passed away, there was 29 non-fatal injuries, and this was horrific. Diddy ended up getting sued by multiple different families that lost their loved ones in this event because they were saying that Diddy oversold this knowing that he wasn't supposed to. This is what ultimately led to Diddy getting fired from Uptown Records, and I'm not gonna lie, what Jaguar Wright said, it is pretty weird that all of them people from Uptown Records passed away, and Diddy is the only one that nothing has ever happened to. The fact that Jaguar Wright shared this 4 years ago gives me chills, and now we have I'll Be Sure right now today speaking more than he has ever before, and you cannot convince me that Diddy don't know what happened to the beautiful Miss Kim Porter. But you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
We about to play the narration of Kim's book, and I was saying about 10 minutes. We about to play the narration of Kim's book in about 10 minutes. But first we got to get these likes up. The likes are still low, so we need still about 1,500 people to hit the like button. So make sure to hit the like button, and we'll start on the narration of Kim Porter's book.
Jaguar Wright told us that Diddy learned everything from Clive Davis. Jaguar Wright has explained how much of a monster Clive Davis is, and she constantly says that Diddy learned everything from him. Jaguar Wright claimed that Clive Davis had something to do with Whitney Houston's unaliving because she was getting ready to leave Clive Davis's record label because she realized she was missing a whole bunch of money. And a lot of people thought it was terrible when Clive Davis continued to party even though Whitney Houston had just died in the same hotel. And then to add that with even more mystery, it was super weird when Whitney Houston gave this note to Brandy the night before she passed away. And honestly, I want to know what that note says more than anything honestly in the world. And then after Whitney Houston passed away, Bobby Brown's sister started saying that Whitney's death was no accident and saying that Bobby Christina was not safe.
Whitney Houston's body told anybody upon looking at it that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No, Whitney Houston, I counted at least 10 gashes in her chest alone.
So as you can see, all of this is way bigger than Diddy. All of this is way bigger than Diddy.
She had marks up and down her legs. Her fingernails were chipped. Her face was busted out. It was blown up. Yes, as if somebody was punching her in the face. Whitney Houston fought for her life.
Jaguar Wright claimed that this happened to Whitney Houston because she was trying to leave Clive Davis. And then she said the same thing happened to Bobby Christina because Bobby Christina inherited Whitney Houston's estate.
Bro, they killed her daughter also. Can you imagine Clive Davis and them deleting her and then going after her daughter? Damn.
And Jaguar Wright claimed that Bobby Christina's boyfriend had a meeting with Clive Davis, and this is how Clive Davis basically set it up to make the same thing happen to Bobby Christina. And just wait till you hear what Bobby Brown's sister had to say about Bobby Christina's passing.
Basically, right before Whitney was murdered, Nick was brought into the picture. And when Nick did that to Bobby Christina and she was rushed to the hospital, because after he beat her and drug her up them steps, he shot her up with something.
Wait, they unalived her two stepsons too? Really? I didn't even know that.
And threw her in the bathtub. It was a setup. It was a setup. Yes. Nick was told not to let her go out of that house and to do whatever it was he got paid to do that.
Now, Jaguar Wright said that Whitney Houston's passing had to do with money and her realizing that she was getting money taken from her, so she was getting ready to leave Clive Davis.
Everybody was broke and they were afraid of getting killed. If I knew how to sing or rap, I wouldn't do it. Because as long as I'm here in my own house on YouTube, I'm safe from a Clive Davis, from a Diddy. I ain't got to work. I ain't got to sell my ass. I ain't got to do none of this stuff for no damn money. I got my card games. I'm happy where I'm at. I want y'all to just think about that. These people are extremely talented. And by the way, this is a side note. Y'all already know about Michael Jackson. Did y'all know that the illustrious, let's just say this. Let's just say this. Who was having sex with, what black woman was having sex with Michael Jackson? I want to see if y'all know. What black singer was having sex with Michael Jackson when he was young? I just want to see if y'all know before I say it. Does anybody know? What black singer was having sex with Michael Jackson when he was young? Yep. Diana Ross. Diana Ross. This is how far this goes back. None of this stuff is new. Diana Ross. If you remember, Michael Jackson came out with a song named, yep, you already said it, Dirty Diana. That was about Diana Ross. Yes, Dirty Diana. So that's how far back. And Angry Man, thank you so much for these super chats. I appreciate you, bro. I want y'all to think about that. That's how far, like my mother used to go to Diana Ross concerts. Diana Ross, because I went to a concert with my mom because she'll drag me to she'll be up there singing and she'll be up there sweating and shit. And it was like, it was amazing. And I've never in my life seen my mama fan out like she did for Diana Ross. And this disgusting woman was sleeping with, what's up, Moeezy? She was sleeping with Michael Jackson, just like Diddy was sleeping with Justin Bieber. Wait, what Stephanie Mills do? She did something too? Diana Ross was a disgusting human being. And my mom had no idea, and she was her biggest fan. All of these people are terrible.
And we know that Diddy has been accused for years of not paying his artists correctly. And the same situation happened to TLC. If you remember, TLC realized that they were actually broke and they weren't making money like they thought. So
they killed Left Eye. Shit.
They actually went to Clive Davis and held him hostage because they believed that he was ripping them off. And they held him hostage at point. And in this interview, they talk about the police coming and everything and saying Diddy is the one that snitched them out to the police. And the same thing makes sense with Diddy and Biggie. We know that allegedly Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy Records, and this is why Diddy, and that's why he was gone. But you know, Diddy wouldn't have been the only one to lose everything.
What's up, Magnum ICU?
If Biggie got ready to walk, because Clive Davis is the one that invested millions of dollars into Biggie Smalls.
He played me 3 or 4 cuts of this artist called Notorious B.I.G. And yeah, I gotta tell you, I did listen and I was a believer.
And real quick, we only got 7 card game sales thus far, and we got almost 4,000 people in here. We got only 7 card game sales thus far, and we got almost 4,000 people in here. So I need at least five more people to buy my Deeper Discussions card game or my mother-daughter card game. All right. This is my card game. It's 81 cards in here, and it's meant to help you vet the opposite sex so you can make better dating decisions. Because sadly, when we see somebody we're attracted to, we ain't even thinking about nothing else but trying to get with that person. And this card game will slow you down and ask the proper questions that you need to ask about their childhood. Just like Diddy, you need to know who their mom was and what they went through as a child before you start dating them, because you turn around and have a baby with that person. Now you looking stupid because you don't realize the man or woman that you just had a baby with is nuts. That's what my card game is for. So hit the link in the chat, hit the link under this video. Regardless of what link you see, it's the same link. All 3 of my products are under that link. Hit the link and just see if there's something on there that you would like. All right, let's keep going.
If I weren't a believer, I would not have invested the millions of dollars that I did to finance it.
Usher deleted all of his tweets after the allegations about Diddy. And we saw Diddy do the same thing with his Instagram.
Than anybody.
Speaking of Usher,
it can be a predator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They not seeing the victim. They not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like.
Shout out to Usher for being Diddy Jr.
To take another boy another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more.
Mila Kunis has allegedly.
All right, let's keep going.
Before the feds arrested him. And I feel like there was something on Twitter he really didn't want us to see, because why would you mass delete all of your tweets after you are being named in all of these allegations with
Yeah, Usher. Where you at, Usher?
Diddy? Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy accused Usher and Neo of being there and watching when Diddy forcefully punched Cassie in the stomach, causing her to double over in visible pain. Don Richards said at this point, this is when she felt very unsafe because she noticed the amount of power Diddy had, because these celebrities never said anything about Diddy committing this crime, and they just continued to work with him after this. And that's not all. We also have the allegations of Usher being the one to bring Justin Bieber to Diddy, and this is circulating like crazy, and you cannot tell me that he has not seen this. The same crazy allegations are being brought up in Kim Porter's book, how she allegedly found these tapes that Diddy had, and she's talking about a young pop star, which a lot of people are thinking is Justin Bieber. So the fact that Usher would do something so publicly like this when he is being scrutinized all over the internet really makes me think that there was something deep down that we were not supposed to see. And some people are thinking because of this that Usher might be the celebrity that's going to testify against Diddy. And I honestly don't know, but that really doesn't make sense to me why Usher would mass delete all of his tweets if he's being brought in as a witness against Diddy. And after all of these allegations about Usher being spread like wildfire all over, the fact that he would mass delete these tweets because he's a witness really doesn't make sense to me. It's more like you were mass deleting stuff because you didn't want people to start digging and find something. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think about Usher mass deleting all of his tweets after all of these Diddy allegations came out in the comments. Jaguar Wright said that Justin Bieber got sent by Usher to Diddy. So I went ahead and deep dived this, and honestly, this makes so much sense. So Justin Bieber was signed in 2008 by Scooter Braun and Usher, who made.
So y'all listen to this. This part right here is very important. I want to make sure y'all are focused. Watch this. Usher and Scooter Braun started a record label. Watch what happens.
A record label called Raymond Braun Media Group. And as of 2024, Bieber remains the only artist to ever sign with the label. And that's super weird to me, the fact that you would make a record label and you only ever signed one artist.
They literally started a record label specifically to trap and trick Justin Bieber into getting into the hands of Diddy.
Now pay attention to this, because the parent company is Universal Music Group. And in 2009, this is when Justin Bieber spent that 48 hours with Diddy. And back in 2009, Bad Boy Records also went to Universal Music Group as their parent company, which was also the parent company of Usher's record label when he hired Justin Bieber. Now, you guys remember when Justin Bieber was crying about Billie Eilish, saying that he just wanted to protect her from what he went through when he was in the industry at a young age.
She's about to start singing, so I got to pull this back.
Drugs and a whole bunch of crazy, freaky things happening when he was a young boy. All of this stuff that Jaguar Wright is saying about Usher bringing Justin Bieber to Diddy is making a lot of sense. And I still don't care to this day. The one thing that gives me chills is the song Lonely.
Had to stop it. I don't necessarily like Dr. Umar, but he be on it sometimes. So listen to what Dr. Umar says. And after this, we're going to talk about the book. Well, we're going to play the book after we hear what Dr. Umar says.
Of committing celebrity crimes while no longer being relevant to the white power structure. One thing we know about racism and black celebrities, when you are no longer a benefit to us, we no longer provide you with the protection you need to operate above the law. That went for Michael Jackson, that went for Prince, that went for Whitney Houston, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, now Sean Puffy Combs. This is why when LeBron James retires from the NBA, he's going to have to be more careful. You have to be more careful when you're no longer the man. You have to be more careful when you're no longer on top, because when you are no longer of earning potential for us, when we can no longer flip a quick dollar off you, we send you back to the plantation to be with the rest of the Negroes. You're no longer special. Get out the house, go back to the plantation. And when you back on that plantation with the rest of Black America, you will be treated and viewed just like the rest of Black America. How dare you do this to me? Look at what I've done for you.
No, I
I've
can't.
remade hip hop for you. It doesn't matter, Puff Daddy.
Matter.
You ain't had a hit in years. You ain't been musically relevant to the white power structure in years.
Here, Mr. Lucian Grange. The reason why Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, is in.
Shout out to my sweet Nana. What's going on? Mr. Let Go is on fire. Thank you so much. Yo, y'all stop with the popcorn emojis. Hit the like button and spam the chat with popcorn emojis. What's going on, Lucky?
That would be this man right here, Mr. Lucian Grange. The reason why Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, is in the position of which he is. Which, let me say, this is for educational purposes only. But what if
Y'all listen to this. This is going to connect everything to everybody, and it goes all the way back to the mayor that just got indicted.
I told you there's a very dark history behind Lucian, that even Lucian himself has a puppet master. Let's keep in mind, Lucian is the chairman and chief executive officer of Universal Music Group. Oh yeah, the same exact one that's bringing its music back to TikTok. Let's do keep in mind before I go any further though, Mr. Lucian Grange is under pressure from a lot of allegations. Allegations of sponsoring and financing every single one of P. Diddy's parties.
He financed every last one of P. Diddy parties. P. Diddy did not finance those parties. Lucian Grange finances those parties. But why is he not in jail? Because Lucian Grange is so high up where you can't touch him.
Every single party of where P. Diddy's allegations in themselves originate from, saying that Lucian aided and abetted Combs' behavior by sponsoring gatherings where underage girls were reportedly drugged and provided vast sums of money to Combs, who allegedly used it for what?
And what was he's saying trafficking when he says what?
Like I said, the music industry is very dark, and there's always another puppet master.
Somebody says, who's the big fish? That's why I'm playing this. I'm about to play you who the big fish is right here.
This is
one, it's Leo Cohen. Two is Lucian Grange. And I forgot the name of the third person.
Mr. Leo Cohen. How do you think Lucian Grange got that position to begin with? Oh, you guessed it, aka the tall Israeli. And of course, Leo Cohen is a global head of music at Google and YouTube. But this man is a very high authority figure in the music industry. Because let's do keep in mind, Cohen worked on the label side of the music industry at companies including Warner Music, Def Jam, Island Def Jam, and 300 Entertainment. Now do keep in mind, Leo Cohen in himself is somebody that Tupac and himself was sketched out about. And ironically, not even 2 years after Tupac's death, in 1998 and 1999, Cohen brokered the deal to sell Def Jam to Universal, creating the Island Def Jam music group, which combined Def Jam, Mercury, and Island Records. And as
listen, all this is important.
You can see at that time, artists under his watch at Island Def Jam included none other than Jay-Z, Bon Jovi, Ludacris, and Mariah Carey, just to name a few. All very sketchy artists, but like I said, Mr. Leo Cohen himself is the victim of many allegations, including from a CIA agent that confessed the agencies created rap music to fill private prisons. Mr. John Homeston, a retired CIA agent, has admitted on national Russian television that hip-hop was a psyop invented by the CIA in the 19...
Y'all heard that, right? And back it up just a second, because he talking real fast. Listen.
Many allegations, including from a CIA agent that confessed...
CIA agent. Somebody asked who the big fish is. It's not even a person that's the big fish. It's the CIA. So the big fish is actually, it's not, I'm sorry. The big fish isn't even the CIA. The big fish is actually BlackRock. Let me tell you something else. Damn, what's that white girl name? Taylor Swift. Do you know that Taylor Swift's father is part owner of BlackRock? So the big fish is not Lucian Grange, it's not the CIA, it's actually BlackRock.
Thus, the agencies created rap music to fill private prisons. Mr. John Homeston, a retired CIA agent, has admitted on national Russian television that hip-hop was a psyop invented by the CIA in the 1980s, and the agency has directed and financed household name artists including NWA, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, and Kanye West. Kanye tried to tell everybody about this years ago. And of course, nobody wanted to listen. But John Homeston said that our mission was to use teenage angst to our advantage and turn Generation X into a decadent, pro-drug, and anti-establishment culture that would create.
Y'all heard that right? Our mission is to turn teenagers into drug addicts and hate the government so they can do stupid shit and be, and go to jail. Because if you don't respect the government, if you don't respect the police, F the police, about NWA, you're going to do more crimes because you are anti-establishment.
Great uprisings and further division within society.
Further divisions from society. The more you try, it's about dividing and conquering.
Listen. But John Homeston said that our mission was to use teenage angst to our advantage and turn Generation X into a decadent, pro-drug, and anti-establishment culture that would create uprisings and further division within society, saying that the CIA even infiltrated mainstream radio to promote their music and reach millions of people every day. He also says when it comes to engineering culture, no one touches Lear Cohen. Homeston admitted Lear Cohen, also known as the tall Israeli who runs hip-hop, used specific artists like these, I'm sure everybody knows who all of these people are, to gain specific influence in society. See, like it says here, Cohen ended up promoting rappers such as Jay-Z and Kanye West, and more recently brought Migos and Young Thug to prominence. Well, obviously Kanye knew what he was talking about. But see, Kanye himself, alongside John Homeston, stated that the elites have been slowly working on eroding social norms for decades, and forcing famous black men to normalize the sight of men in dresses was a part of the agenda. And here's the thing, right? A music industry executive who was present at the first meeting between the CIA and music industry executives has written a confessional letter detailing exactly what went down on that fateful day, in a specific video that is no longer available online. Yeah, I'm sure that's not sketchy in itself, right? Or the fact that John Homeston said that the CIA worked in tandem with music industry elite to create a funnel in which young people would be indoctrinated with brainwashing gangster rap music and then delivered to the highly profitable private prison system. In order to create this funnel, the CIA introduced music industry owners to the private prison industry. See, that's where Time Warner comes in, because let's keep in mind, like I stated at the beginning of this video, Lear Cohen himself was a very high authority figure at Time Warner. And as you can see, some of the biggest names in the music.
Here we go. Time Warner, and it's going to go all the way to BlackRock. Watch this.
Industry are in cahoots with private prison owners. And as you can see in 2021,
private prisons. So the entertainment industry was put together. Well, rap in particular, rap music was a psyop by the CIA in order to get young people to become this anti-establishment, drug dealing, drug addict group of people or demographic that actually push them into prisons. Because, like I said, Lear Cohen, Lucian Grange, Time Warner, United, whatever the name of the record company is, it's all connected to the private prisons. Yeah, United Music Group. It's all connected to the private prisons. Everything you listen to is meant to either get you hooked on drugs or cause you to go out and commit a crime to keep more and more people wanting to go to prison. Almost not wanting, but you know what I'm saying? So it's deep. Mr. Let Go, I see where you made a video about, about he being a CIA months ago. Yeah. So I've been talking about this, yeah.
Core Civic, formerly known as Corrections Corporation of America, the biggest name in the private prisons industry, contacted 48 states offering to buy their prisons. See, there was one particular requirement of eligibility for the deal, saying that an assurance by the agency partner that the agency has sufficient inmate population to maintain a 90% occupancy rate over
90% occupancy rate. So in order to keep the contract, you have to keep the prisons filled. How do you do that? Promote drill music, promote gangster rap, promote separation, promote single motherhood, promote fatherlessness.
for the term of the contract. And here's the sketchy part that this article paints very well, right? In the year 2012, a mere 232 media executives in the US were responsible for controlling all avenues necessary to manufacture any celebrity and spark any trend. And
all avenues: TV, music, magazines, and the news.
of course, Time Warner, as the owner of Warner Brothers Records, can not only sign an artist, but since they are also the owners of Entertainment Weekly, they can also put an artist on the cover of magazines by next week. Like it says right here, you think you choose what you listen to, but do you really? Here's the most important part that this article paints very well. BET and MTV are owned by Viacom. When ownerships of these mass media conglomerates is cross-checked with the biggest names in private prison ownership, the largest owner of Core Civic, like I just named, formerly Corrections Corporation of America, is none other than Vanguard Group Incorporated.
Now, we got Time Warner, United Music Group, Universal Music Group, I'm sorry. And now, who?
And MTV are owned by Viacom.
Viacom.
When ownerships of these mass media conglomerates is cross-checked with the biggest names in private prison ownership, the largest owner of Core Civic, like I just named, formerly Corrections Corporation of America, is none other than Vanguard Group Incorporated. The corporation that works very closely with BlackRock and Larry Fink. You know, the corporation who basically has the highest shares in every single major corporation that resides out of America? Yeah, that one. Vanguard is the #1 shareholder in both Viacom and Time Warner. Vanguard is also the largest holder in the GEO Group, the second largest owner of private prisons in the entire USA. Like it says here, the people who own the media and are responsible for putting gangster rap at the center of youth culture are the very same people who own private prisons. So you tell me why this deal is a problem. You tell me why major artists really don't like Drake. Because I'm pretty sure it's obvious at this point. Drake is what you would call a sellout, and Kendrick truly knows how the industry runs. But you keep allowing yourself to be consumed by those frequencies.
Do y'all remember like 3 years? That's why I say the black community.
All right, so now we're about to play the Gerald Davis. Shout out to you. Good evening, MLG. And guess who was putting up numbers? Kamala as the AG in California. Yes. Oh, shit. Gerald, you're so right. Gerald just said, thank you for the $5 super chat. Gerald just said Kamala Harris was in cahoots with all these people also. She's in cahoots with the prison system. She's the one, or one of the people, that was putting everybody away. It was Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Remember, Joe Biden came out with first it was I think President who came out with a 3 strikes rule. It was first was it Bill Clinton who came out with a 3 strikes rule, y'all? Who came out with a 3 strikes rule? First, I think it was Bill Clinton, if I'm not wrong, that came out with a 3 strikes rule. Am I wrong? Yeah. Bill Clinton came out with a 3 strikes rule. That's the first thing. And then, wait, the 93 crime bill, that wasn't Clinton. That was Biden, right? So you got Clinton with a 3 strikes rule. Joe Biden had the crime bill. And then here comes Kamala just swooping in and prosecuting everybody. So it's Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, and Kamala Harris locking all these people up, working for the prison system. And I'll just say this while we're on it. All of the Democrats work for the prison system. I'll say it again. I'll say this again. Democrats work for the prison system. Kamala Harris, if she actually gets elected, she's going to let all of the migrants in and lock all of y'all asses up, because y'all are going to end up being broke, because a lot of the grunt work type of jobs, you know, the physical work type of jobs are going to go to the migrants, and y'all asses are going to start committing crimes in order to feed y'all families, whether it's scamming or selling ass or whatever. Next thing you know, they're going to lock all of y'all asses up. All right. Gerald Davis, thank you so much. Biden be coined the term super predator 3 strikes bill. Sheesh. All right, so let's get to this book. Let's get to this book. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. We about to talk about the book. Well, I'm about to play the audio from the book. Shout out to the Fifth House. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Let's go. Here we go.
Romance. I was only 19 when we married.
Hold on. What's the thing? Here we go. All right, here we go. So this is Kim Porter's memoir. Some say it's fake, but who cares? I don't think it's fake. And she starts off, what's going on, call 777? What's going on? So the book starts off with her talking about her and Albie Shore. Here we go.
And no, it didn't work out. Al is still one of my best friends to
Albie Shore.
day. Our son Quincy is such a talented and wonderful young man. At that time, I had no idea my relationship with Al was going to introduce me to the man that I would spend the better part of my adult life with. A man whom I would love and cherish, but eventually fear and hate. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I will say, although I knew what was going on, I turned a blind eye many times. Here, I have to tell this truth. Unfortunately, because deep down, I knew everything that...
Wait, y'all can't hear it? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear it. Y'all can't hear it? What do you mean y'all can't? Y'all can't hear this? Oh, make it louder? Gotcha. All right, make it louder.
...happening, but I lied to myself a lot. He was so charming, a wolf in sheep's clothing, a devil, and I fell for it. This story must be told, despite the fact it will hurt my children. I cannot hide it any longer. Sean Combs must be stopped. Chapter.
Oh, so she's naming his name. She's naming.
Oh yeah, she's naming. There's certain things that she X'd out, but for the most part, she named names.
Okay.
Chapter 2, Humble Beginnings. I was born to loving parents, Jake Porter and Sarah L. Porter, in the Peach State of Georgia, all through Columbus High School, where I graduated in 1988. I knew I was going to be famous. In the 10th grade, one of my best friends, Tina, said to me, "You won't make it here in Georgia." I knew if I really wanted to be famous, I would have to leave my hometown and my home, Georgia. That conversation was so important. As I look back now, it changed my life.
Does that sound better, y'all? Can y'all hear better? Yes or no? Can y'all hear better? Yes or no?
Oh, while I was working in the industry, he was so dope and charming. And I had a crush on him. We were married before I knew it, and Quincy was on the way. But I was young, and it just felt like it wasn't going to last. It was a little heated between us after we separated, but we got past that quickly. He is just a super dope guy, an amazing father. Though we separated, we are forever bonded through Quincy. Thank you, Al. I will always love you. When I met Sean, he was cool. I didn't think much of him at the time. He was just...
Sean is P. Diddy. Hold on real quick. We're going to play this quick commercial break, and we're going to play the rest, because we got to get card game sales ASAP.
We meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, where we at? Okay, here we go.
Another guy at the label. Uptown was huge, and we were all living our best life. But Sean continued to lay on the charm, and before I knew it, we were dating. As a young single mom at one of the hottest companies in the world, Life couldn't get any better. Then it did. My boyfriend was getting even bigger. He and Clive would hang out a lot, but I didn't think anything of it. I mean, that was his boss, and he was doing things bigger than most men dare to even dream.
Stop right there. So stop right there. You said Clive. So everybody, Clive Davis. And stop right there for 1 second. I just want to help everybody. So hold on, I'm fast forwarding a little bit. Okay, here we go.
And was around at that time. They're saying that the story that they're telling is a lie. Diddy's mom and dad were both killed together, and that woman is actually his aunt.
What? So right here, shout out to the Fifth House. She says that Janice Combs is not Diddy's mother. We're putting all the pieces together. So this woman right here actually is Diddy's aunt, and Diddy's not Diddy's mother, because Diddy's mother was killed along with his father. Oh shit. Hold on. Get rid of this. Hold on 1 second. We put all the pieces together. Here we go. This is Diddy's auntie and not Diddy's mother. Check this out.
Young women with some shady characters. However, it all came crashing down when one of the hustlers allegedly did something unspeakable to one of the young women. Rumor has it that Janice managed to evade any charges thanks to her late husband's connections to law enforcement. So if all these rumors are true...
And this is how Diddy got connected to law enforcement, i.e. the mafia right here, because Diddy's father was actually I would say the sidekick or the underboss of American Gangster. What's the guy's name? Damn. The guy in American Gangster, Diddy's father was the underboss to the guy from American Gangster. What's the guy from American Gangster? I can't remember. Tell me in the chat. Frank Lucas. Yeah. So Diddy's father was Frank Lucas's like underboss. So next thing you know, when he died because he was working for the CIA, Diddy's mother apparently was killed along with Diddy's father, and Diddy's aunt, not mother, actually took over, and she was madam, and she was providing all of the women because she was a madam, right? So guess what she ends up doing? Watch this.
To her late husband's connections to law enforcement. So if all these rumors are true, it really makes you wonder if this is one of the reasons Diddy appears to have twisted relationships with women. The story goes that Janice was allegedly pushing Diddy to do whatever it took to climb that ladder of success.
Right there. She pushed Diddy into this world. Diddy could have been a nice young man. This woman pushed Diddy into this world. Listen.
That ladder of success, with some even claiming that she encouraged him to cozy up to powerful men, letting them use him to get ahead. Only
Clive Davis. So she literally introduced Diddy to Clive Davis, knowing because she was already in that world. And like I was saying earlier, Clive Davis and Leon Cohen are connected to the CIA. So Clive Davis already knew Diddy's aunt, not mom. Next thing you know, she holed young Sean Combs out and started having him have sex with old white men. And that is how Diddy became this monster.
Diddy to do whatever it took to climb that ladder of success, with some even claiming that she encouraged him to cozy up to powerful men, letting them use him to get ahead, only for Diddy to turn around and allegedly do the same to others. And when Diddy started showing some seriously troubling signs, think anger issues and other disturbing personality traits, Janice allegedly egged him on to be ruthless. But here's where things take another sinister turn. Even when Diddy's anger turned on her, Janice apparently didn't lift a finger. According to Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, Kirk Burrows, a former executive at Bad Boy, witnessed Diddy putting his hands on Janice.
You know, Kirk Burrows was like, yo, man, I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother.
All right, so let's go back to the book. So now y'all have an understanding of Diddy, his mother, and his alleged aunt, Janice Combs.
Yeah. But that's just something that some people who knew them from back then is out here saying.
So you're telling me that Janice Combs is not his mother? What the hell?
I mean, I can't substantiate that, but that's what they're.
All right, let's keep going.
The dad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, keep going.
There's some people in Harlem who apparently they know, but I didn't think anything of it. I mean, that was his boss, and he was doing things bigger than most.
Clive Davis. Him and Clive.
Him and Clive, right. Then it happened. I mean, okay, I was a little bit of a freak. I really enjoyed myself with my partner, and toys are one thing. But I never imagined having a man I was dating asking me to use a toy on him.
P. Diddy.
The first time, he said he just wanted to experiment, try something new. I was grossed out, but he kept begging. He said it would only be this one time, and
Diddy was begging for the pegging. Everybody drop in the chat, begging for the pegging. Diddy was literally begging for the pegging. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Just curious. I was only 20 at the time. I said, what the hell? I hated it. He bled from it, and there was shit on it. I left him alone after that.
Yo! All right, I'm fast forward a little bit. Hold on a second. Button, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's go. But go ahead. I ain't gonna do everybody because a lot of people have hit. Yeah.
In the chapters, one chapter after the next. So you want me to just skip through? Let me go to chapter 5.
Okay.
Chapter 5 was interesting.
Can you imagine you got a dude that wants you to do that and then it goes bad? It's blood and shit.
Curses on people, and I wasn't sure how to respond to that craziness.
Diddy was putting curses on people.
My problem as a single mother was I wanted to be married. He always had excuses and delays when it came to committing to marriage. His label was blowing up. Biggie dropped, and it was just about over. He also signed Mary J. Blige, and of course, when I found out he slept with her, we fought. He claimed it was a mistake, and my stupid ass took him back again. Sean asked me for a threesome with her. At first, I was mad, but Mary was beautiful. It was our first threesome, and I loved it. Mary was sexy. I would not be doing this a lot, but it was so hot.
So they had a threesome with Mary J. Blige?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was young and exploring my sexuality wasn't enticing. Over the years, we brought women into our bedroom periodically, and we were happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the babysitter, and Sean was sitting with Al B. Shore at the dinner table. I had a child with Al, and Sean was the father in Quincy's life. The awkwardness of all of us being together had dissolved a long time ago, but it was still weird that they were here in my home together alone. I sat down and we had drinks. It was fun, The conversation was cool until it wasn't. Al was a little loose after a couple drinks. I remember I remember him saying, "It's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy, so I'm happy for you guys." Sean responded, "Thanks, man. Me and you, we've shared so much." Al replied coolly, "Word." The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, "We all been together sexually, but not together." I was shocked for a moment as quietness lingered in the room. I asked, "What do you mean by all together?" Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed?" I couldn't believe it. "Oh, hell no. Sean, this is my son's father. Al, say something." What Al said was mind-boggling. "I don't know. It could be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al, and this could be very hot. I just didn't want it messing up my relationship. And if things became awkward, how would it affect Quincy? So I asked,
Wait, stop. This is a lot. What the hell? Okay. One, I want to thank y'all for hitting the like button. So y'all are hitting the like button. So keep hitting the like button to send it out to more people. Because every time I will say 50 of you hit the like button at one time, you see us 100 more people coming in here. So hit the like button. And what I want y'all to do right now, along with hitting the like button, is drop popcorn emojis in the chat, right? Hit the like button. Her two baby daddies, Diddy and Albie Shore, are hanging out, and they are both talking about, "Hey, why don't we just have a threesome? Because I miss you, and I think it'll be hot." And Kim is like, excuse me? And then she turns around and says, "Okay, I think it'll be hot too." So, real quick, what do you think about that? Say you had two baby daddies and they both are just like, "Yo, let's just do a threesome." Like,
what do you think about that? Nah, not at all. Not at all. But you know, money is a hell of a drug. And I guess she was just addicted to the lifestyle and the money and just basically decided to go with the flow. I don't know.
Golly. But that ain't
it. Let me get to the juicy part. There's like another chapter of this, another paragraph in this chapter. Let me just finish it.
Okay, keep going. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Go ahead.
So I asked, "Are you both sure?" I imagined both of them inside me. I knew this would be awkward sexually. There would be some bumping of genitals, but what happened next, I couldn't imagine in my wildest dreams.
This is when it gets crazy, y'all. So now this is Diddy, Kim Porter, and Albie Shore having a threesome. Watch what happens next.
Al, XXXXXXXXX. I couldn't believe it. I stood there in shock. But when Sean, XXXXXXX, I ran out of the room. This was too much. I couldn't.
What's
out? She left it up to our imagination, but something occurred between them two.
So when Al did something, and then when Diddy did something.
Right. She said when Sean started to do it, I ran out of the room. This was too much. I couldn't.
They was doing butt stuff.
Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy. They didn't chase after me. They XXXXXXXX." I couldn't get the image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while, but that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in a compromising position, not by a long shot. One day I found
they pulled out the baby oil on her ass.
Vault where he kept all of his encounters with men. Yes, he kept a record of it, but that's for later.
Golly. Right. And so they didn't even need her to be there. They just started doing each other. They didn't even care that she was gone.
Yeah. So now this is a chapter about Pop.
Tupac. Okay. Okay. Oh crap. Okay.
All right.
Everybody hit the like button, y'all. Everybody hit the like button. We still ain't at 3,000 likes. Everybody make sure to hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Let me see where our likes are. I just want to do a check-in on the likes. We are, let's see. What are the likes? We are at 3,200 watching. We're at 2,300 likes. So we're almost there. We just need about 500 more people to hit the like button, if you don't mind. And we'll keep going. 500 people, I need y'all to hit the like button. We're back to it.
So, the chapter 6 entitled Biggie took over East Coast hip hop, and Sean was the brilliant mind that orchestrated it. He hired people to teach Chris how to flow and write his lyrics.
Now, he brought in people to teach Biggie how to flow and write his lyrics, because later on in the book, Diddy is upset about how much money he invested in surrounding Biggie with all of these producers and trainers, because I'm not going to say writers, because he wrote his own stuff, but Diddy had to pay somebody and teach him how to write and how to say the words. So up front, Diddy is spending a lot of money on studio time and trainers to make Biggie into who Biggie ended up being, because he was raw and they needed him to become better. So Diddy is investing money along with studio time into Biggie. Keep that in mind.
He hired the best producers to do the beats, although he took Chris.
He hired the best producers. So do y'all see how much money Diddy is spending on Biggie? And at this point, he's not getting any return yet because the album ain't coming out. So I'm trying to give y'all a timeline and somewhat of an understanding of Diddy's side of the story on bringing somebody off the street and bringing them in and training them and spending all this money and turning them into a star.
Biggie, Christopher Wallace. Okay, so when you hear her say Chris, that's Christopher Wallace, Biggie.
Oh, Biggie. Okay, go ahead. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
He hired the best producers to do the beats, although he took credit for them. And the music was unstoppable. At this point, because we all know that Diddy wasn't the producer. He was hiring people to produce.
He was hiring people, yeah. Right. He's a liaison. Yeah. But it wasn't Diddy's money, though. It was Clive Davis's money. It was Lucian Grange's money. Remember where the money is coming from.
At this point, Sean was sleeping with all the power players, and everyone that wanted to do music wanted to be a bad boy. Sean wheeled and dealed in a way that would have been unthinkable to many. He slept with the guys that really controlled the music to stay on top. A lot of the names average people have never heard of. These are the guys that make the decisions on who is winning and who is not. He hosted parties that were just a fancy name for orgies, and everyone wanted in. When I met Tupac, Sean and I had an open relationship, and yes, I slept with Pac. Shit, he was sexy. Sean didn't mind. Well, not until he tried to get Pac to join both of us.
Oh.
Pac was not good with that. This is where the relationship between them became strained. Tupac wasn't going to accept Sean's advances. Pac wasn't gay, and he was pissed about the advances. We were all in Sean's house. I was drinking. They were smoking, and everyone was just relaxing. Sean came in on what I am sure he would call a smooth approach. My baby's bad, isn't she? Pac threw me a sly smile. Hell yeah. I felt myself blush. Sean was now in full swing. You think you hit it better than me? I couldn't believe he disrespected me that way. Yeah. I was not playing with my response. Sean, what the fuck? Pop came to my defense. Damn, bro, you ain't got to do the sister that way. Tupac appeared upset behind Sean's words, but Sean went in for the kill regardless. I think my dick's bigger than yours. I bet I can make her come faster than you. What's up? Pac was appalled.
What's up?
What the fuck you talking about, nigga? I ain't trying to run no fucking train. Sean continued. What you scared of? Let's see who fucks better. Let her be the judge. Yes, at this point, we have been inviting others into our bed for a while, but I'm not used to and will not stand for disrespect. I wasn't the only one upset. Pac shouted, nigga, you talking about pulling your fucking dick out? Sean was undaunted. What, you scared? Tupac simply left. Things were contentious since then. The two would not be in the same room. Pac avoided me as much as he did Sean. When they did bump into each other, the tension was palpable. It felt like blows could be thrown at any moment.
Lynn said, what is the name of this book? The name of this book is Kim's Last Words. Is Kim Porter's memoir.
Months passed with only the tension between them. It was uncomfortable, but nothing like a death. Then one day, while we were at the studio, it happened. I walked into Sean's office. He was having the conversation. Sean sat across from Jimmy Henchman. Everybody know who Jimmy Henchman is?
Y'all know who Jimmy Henchman is, right? Jimmy Henchman is the person that actually was paid to shoot Tupac. Okay.
Was it in Harlem? God, I'm sorry. I forget what studio it was.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened was right before Tupac got to the studio, he and Jimmy Henchman was on the phone. They was having like an argument because Jimmy Henchman wanted him to record a song and Pac was like, he didn't want to record it. He wanted Pac to record a song with Little Sean. Sean didn't want to record it. I mean, Pac didn't want to record it.
Yeah.
So when he got to Quad Studios, there was some niggas waiting for him and robbed him and shot him up.
Uh-huh.
After he got shot, Pac got on the elevator, went upstairs, and saw Jimmy Henchman and Tupac in the studio together, in one of the rooms together.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Henchman was one of Haitian Jack's homeboys.
Right.
Right. So
hey, Tupac said, I forgot the name of the song. Against All Odds, he said something about Jimmy Henchman. So if y'all remember Jimmy Henchman in that song, that's who Jimmy Henchman is. Go ahead.
Right. So for her to mention him in this book was a little like, wow, you know. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All righty.
Real.
So so Sean sat across from Jimmy Henchman. Now Kim is in the studio with Diddy and Jimmy Henchman. She's listening to the conversation. Pac, don't leave that fucking studio alive. I don't think I was supposed to hear it. I continued as if I didn't. Hey, Sean, good morning, Jimmy. They didn't seem to think I heard anything. I'm ordering breakfast. Smiling. Sean replied first. Let me get eggs, sunny side up with grits and orange juice. I could see he was hungover. Good. I don't want him knowing I know anything. If he just put a hit out on Tupac, knowing something could be dangerous. Jimmy, apparently not hungry, said, nothing for me. As he stood to exit the room, he said to Sean, let's make that happen. Then nodded to me and said, Kim, always a pleasure. With a wink to me and a nod to Sean, he turned and walked out. Jimmy was a part of our intimate circle. I went on as if nothing was happening. I'll make the call now. I smiled as I left, hoping I wasn't white as a sheet. I wasn't in the studio the night Pac survived being shot, thank God. From what I understand, Sean and Chris saw Pac at the studio after he'd been shot and did nothing. The way God works, after being shot, Pac made it to the elevator and tried to escape, but it stopped at the floor Sean and Chris were on. When the doors opened, they saw him lying on the elevator floor riddled with bullets. The fact they didn't call an ambulance, although they saw Pac lying there swimming in a pool of his own blood, would be all the evidence Pac ever needed. He, of course, assumed they placed the hit, and Tupac is a soldier. This is not something that will be unanswered. Tupac didn't do well. He lost a testicle, but he survived.
Can you stop right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to make sure because I need a little clarity, and somebody in the chat may need a little clarity. So they were sitting down talking about what when they were sitting down at breakfast, and then who was in the elevator and they stopped?
All right. So she's saying, yeah. So according to Kim, Puff and Jimmy were in a room in the studio in Sean's office.
Yeah.
Talking, having a conversation, and what she heard in the conversation was Pac don't
Chris
that
and Pac.
Okay, so she heard that.
She heard them talking, and that was a sentence that she heard.
Okay, yeah.
Then next thing you know, Pac gets shot.
Yeah.
Now, according to her book, Diddy and Big met Pac in the elevator, but a lot of other people that had that I guess you know that tell the story and all the documentaries and stuff, they show Pac actually crawling, getting out the elevator and actually going into one of the studios where he saw Diddy and Jimmy Henchman. But she's saying it was an elevator.
They came down to a floor, and because Tupac got shot outside.
No, he got shot in
the elevator outside.
He got shot outside the elevator, right? But he got on the elevator, pressing the buttons or whatever. He probably just went up to a floor, and it happened to get on a floor that he saw Diddy and Big.
Damn. And they ain't even called the police.
According to what she's saying, they didn't call the police. But I like for all the documentaries and movies or whatever that I've seen about this, Kim, I didn't see Kim anywhere in the studio, so I don't know. And Sean Puffy Combs was the orchestrator. So was orchestrated. The last sentence of this chapter is, it was orchestrated and Sean Puffy Combs was the orchestrator.
So this right here is documented proof that Sean Puffy Combs, along with Jimmy Henchman, orchestrated the deletion of Tupac, but he didn't die at that particular time.
Right.
Correct?
So apparently. So if Pac was like, y'all niggas set me up, maybe he was onto something because I don't know. I mean, who knows at this point? Because everybody's saying the whole thing was a lie. I don't know, but this is what she documented.
And before you move on, I just want to okay, so it was some speculation, and this kind of like clears it up. There was some speculation about how close Diddy and Tupac was, right? And with Diddy being gay, it was like they were a couple and they broke up, right? Because like, how would Tupac be so close to Diddy and Diddy be doing all this gay shit, right? So what actually happened, according to the memoir, is half of that is true. He was into all this gay stuff, and him and Tupac was really close, and Tupac was close to Diddy because he was smashing Diddy's wife. So it was like a community of people that was smashing each other's girlfriends and wives. So that is the closeness, and that is the almost gayness that people read between Tupac and Diddy. But they weren't together. They were sleeping with each other's girls. And then at one point, Diddy tried to get them to do a threesome so they can be gay together. And Tupac said no. And that is when he distanced himself. And that appeared to look like a breakup. So I get it now.
Apparently, the Hit 'Em Up song, the one that we heard, that was the edited version. Because apparently the first one that Pac wrote had all of Diddy's gay business in there. But
why didn't
he out?
Do you know why he didn't put that out? He was told not to, or
I don't know. I guess so. But yeah, apparently that was the edited version.
So I want real quick, y'all. Let's have a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. In my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. All right, real quick. We're gonna get back to this show. Thank y'all for being up with me. This is so freaking fun. We having this late night show, and I need y'all to contribute to the channel if you have been enjoying this show. The Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Let me just get 10 people to drop $5 in the Cash App, or $10 in the Cash App, or $200 in the Cash App. So right now, take a second to look at the Cash App scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Is $AARON 1000. Just buy me lunch for tomorrow. That's it. We up late at night. We hanging out. We having fun. Just drop $5, $10 in the Cash App, $AARON 1000, and then boom. At least $5, not $1. $1 is just, that's an insult. $5, 10 people drop $5, 10 people drop $10, $20. If you're enjoying the show, contribute to the channel. That's all I'm saying. If you're enjoying this show, drop $5 in the Cash App, $AARON 1000. It's 3,000 people in here. Let's go. Let's just, contribute to the channel. Let's get back to it. Another thing about this, before Hit 'Em Up comes on, he said, "That's why I smashed your wife. You claim to be a gangster, but I smashed your wife." Imagine two of these moguls, or whatever you want to call Biggie and Diddy, because one worked for the other. One of them, well, no, both. Pop smashed both of their girls. Yeah.
All of Diddy's baby mamas was friends. Misa and Kim was friends. Kim took Diddy from Misa, and then Kim's friend, she took him.
Fast forward a little bit. I enjoy being party favors because
After just shaking their hand.
Why?
They kind of looked at me a certain way, and I felt weird.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. This is getting great.
So this next chapter is about Who Shot Ya, the song.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So this it's titled Threats, Chapter 7.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I knew I had to get away from him, but I was scared. Is he going to take my life if I try to escape? One February evening, I thought I found my opportunity at dinner after an event. We were at a ritzy restaurant in a private booth. It was an exclusive setup. We were alone, but we were in public. Perfect. Sean was on the phone talking to an unknown listener as he sat down. His words on that call will be etched into my mind forever.
They actually did not talk about Aaliyah. Somebody said, did you miss the Aaliyah part? Let me play something about Aaliyah real quick. Where is it? Check this out. and we'll come back to the book. Check this out, y'all.
Conversation with Aaliyah, and I was like, "Yo, you know, tell me what happened." And she was like, "She just couldn't," you know what I'm saying? And I just left it at that. And she said, "Leave it alone. Don't cause no, like, what you want me to do? Just leave it alone.
Right.
Don't act like nothing. It causes me too much pain.
Right.
So I can't bring no awareness to it. I can't do nothing.
Right.
I just gotta wear it.
Right.
So if I don't agree with somebody I'm working with is doing, I can't publicly out my man.
Right.
But really, how's he my man if he's still doing
If
that?
he's still.
If me and you cool, and you know that I got a girl that your man,
it's crazy,
right?
Yeah.
Great is what he's saying. GRAP.
And you going, and I tell you, when you like, you gonna still work with him, what you gonna feel?
Nah,
so what you think I felt?
Exactly.
So I'm human, bro. But I had to look the other way.
Right.
All these years. So publicly, that man did a record with that nigga, my girl, that he liked as well, right?
Right.
And then went on a tour with him. And wow. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shout out to Joette for the $5 Cash App. Thank you, Carmen, for the $5 Cash App. Yeah. Everybody right now, just drop a $5 Cash App, $10 Cash App to $AARON 1000. I'm up late with y'all. I could be in bed, you know what I'm saying? But I want to bring this show to you because we're having fun. I'm enjoying this. Y'all enjoying this. We're having a late night party. The least you can do is drop a Cash App and buy me lunch for tomorrow. $AARON 1000. It's 2,900 people in here. Everybody right now, drop a $5 Cash App at $AARON, and we good. And shout out to Earth Angel. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Great show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But no one said nothing. And then no one noticed it. Damn, Dame's not in the video. Dame ain't at that concert. Dame ain't in none of that shit.
Was there any dissension between you and Jay because of that? Because
of course,
they made a song together called "Not Guilty" during that time.
Yeah, but that was kind of
they singing. I ain't do it. Like,
right. Yo, boy, that was a water that I always was like, I wouldn't fuck with that.
The tour, you didn't make no money.
Not a dollar. I didn't want no parts of that. Nothing.
None of it.
Look. Check my record. Go into my file, bro. Go look.
I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And it's called Our Black Party.
Okay.
It's time for us to have our own black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even a part of the conversation.
Not at all.
We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started Our Black Party.
Now you have an Our Black Party in prison, you piece of crap. Shout out to Winton Dupree. Is Diddy the black ep? That's what they're trying to sell us. Was he an asset of the agencies? Yes, Diddy. Well, we've been talking about all of this, all night or whatever. So I don't want to go backwards, but yes, the answer is yes. Diddy is working for the CIA and has been working for the CIA for the last 20 years because his dad was working for the CIA before he died. He actually died because the Frank Lucas's people found out that he was working for the CIA and they deleted him. So yes, they have been in the CIA all of this time.
We're going to release who shot you now. He waited for a response.
So right now, Diddy is releasing the song Who Shot Ya, but the song was already an old song. And this is right after Tupac got shot, the first time he got shot.
Went on to say, of course they're going to think B.I.G. was talking about Pac. That's the whole fucking point. Nobody would give a fuck about a diss track against LL fucking Cool J. Do you know how much money we'll make with this kind of rap beef? Niggas battling after someone really got shot? This may not be the best time for this conversation. Sean was finishing up. We'll drop that shit tomorrow. He listened into the phone, then responded, there's going to be blood on the street. Niggas missed. Pac's alive. Let's capitalize on that shit. When he responds, it's just going to mean more money. He turned around and looked at me, spoke back into the phone. I'll call you back. Then hung up and spoke to me. What's wrong? I tried my best to give a fake smile at what I'd heard. After all, me and Pop were intimate. I responded, nothing. Sean wasn't fooled. Are you sure? His demeanor was threatening, but I responded as cool as I could muster to his intimidating stare.
Okay, stop. Wait, stop. What's up, Petty Pisces? What's going on? Stop right there. So, they did shoot him, and she knows he shot him. So, what is the conversation about who shot you not being about shooting him when everybody knows they shot him?
Because Big didn't write that song. Big wrote that song way before Pop got shot.
Oh, so he's just like, let's release
it now after he, right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you know, like common sense, like that's not a good idea because it's gonna make him think. But apparently, from what she's saying, Diddy was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want them to think that.
Did Biggie know that Diddy got this gun?
Let's keep reading.
All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. If y'all are liking this, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all are liking this, put a 1 in the chat and drop popcorn emojis. If y'all are enjoying this, drop popcorn emojis and put a 1 in the chat. And make sure to hit the like button if you have not. The lights have went up, so I appreciate y'all. So I'm waiting on the ones. Quick commercial break. We'll come right back. We already had a commercial break, so I'm gonna fast forward. So no commercial break.
I'm asking her if she's up.
All right, let's go.
All right. So
this is so good.
All right. So we stopped at Kim trying to be cool as Diddy's interrogating her, like I'm asking her if she's okay. So he's like, "Are you sure?" His demeanor was threatening, but I responded.
Magnum, I see you. You going to bed? You ain't gonna stay up with us? Boo. What do you mean good night? Magnum, I see you. Where you going? Boo. You about to go to bed. Boo.
As cool as I could muster to his intimidating
Well, good night.
Stare. Yeah, of course. He took my hand, saying, "That's wonderful." He began to squeeze my hand until it hurt as he continued. Because seeing you walk in the office while I was talking about killing that motherfucker and you not saying shit to me had me just a little concerned. His grip was starting to hurt badly. "You're hurting me." As he continued, he squeezed tighter. "You're pretending you didn't hear anything was a sign of your loyalty to me. Not something I should be concerned with, right?" I had no choice but to give him the answer he wanted. I knew I was trapped when I responded, "Of course I'm loyal to you." He let me go as he responded, "Good. And remember, I'm the big dick." I snatched my hand back in pain. He smiled and said, "Let's start off with a good wine." He snapped his fingers and his favorite wine was poured for him. They knew what Sean wanted and what he wanted he got. I'm trapped. Now isn't the time for me to launch my escape plan. I have to be strategic. It's going to be hard to leave the glamour, the glitz, the lifestyle. I mean, this man just snapped his fingers in one of the most exclusive restaurants in New York City, and they poured his drink of choice.
Thank you for the cash out, Winton. Epstein was blanked. Should we expect the same from Diddy? I'm hoping he spills the beans. I want Diddy to snitch on everybody and then get blanked. I'm not wishing that on him, but if it happens, I hope it's after he snitches on everybody. And of course, as y'all already know, it's starting to look like he has already started snitching already with this.
Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned. Some of them also friends of Mayor Adams.
So he's already snitching. So it's already starting now.
Bottle of wine is $800, and this is 1994. The list to get in this place is sick.
So they're sitting in a restaurant, and in a second, Jay-Z is about to come in. Listen.
Months long if you are somebody. Mayor Giuliani has a table here tonight also. If I got up and walked out, I would be safe. But what about tomorrow?
Mayor Giuliani was in cahoots with all of this also. So if you want to know why Diddy has been able to get away with all this stuff, Mayor Giuliani.
That's the thing. He sipped his wine and smiled. You're not drinking. He pointed at my glass, and of course, they knew what I liked as well. Sean has a bad temper. He yells sometimes, and okay, he's roughed me up once or twice, but he never punched me. He never bruised me, and he never hit Quincy. I would not have stood for that. He never laid a hand on my son. At that time, I never thought of him touching Quincy in any way. Then the significance of what he said hit me. Is he mad at Tupac over me? I'm the big dick? Oh my God. The last time he put his hands on me, it was because I enjoyed Jamie Foxx too much.
Oh!
Shit, he enjoyed Jamie too. He gets so insanely jealous. It's not fair. He wants to bring
Wait. He enjoyed Jamie too?
Well, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Can you back up a little bit? And what?
Sure. The last time he put his hands on me, it was because I enjoyed Jamie Foxx too much. Shit, he enjoyed Jamie too. He gets so insanely jealous. It's not fair. He wants to bring other men into the bedroom, but gets jealous when he does. Damn, you're quiet tonight, he said, snapping me back into the present. I asked a question that was burning in my mind since I walked into that office. What does Chris think of this? Biggie. He looked at me He looked at me coolly and said, his fat ass better just keep doing music.
Oh!
A third guest was escorted over by security. Sean motioned for him to sit. A waiter walked over to Sean Carter and asked, would you like something? Carter responded, no, thank you. Then said hello to me with a smile. Smiling, I replied, hey, Carter, and took a sip of my drink. Sean Carter, isn't that Jay-Z?
Hold on, wait. Okay, can you? Okay, what's going on? I'm getting confused.
A third guest was escorted over by security.
While they was at the table.
Right.
Okay.
Sean motioned for him to sit.
Okay.
A waiter walked over to Sean Carter and asked, would you like something? Carter responded, no, thank you. Then said hello to me with a smile. Smiling, I replied, hey, Carter, and took a sip of my drink. The Seans may share a bed together from time to time, but thankfully, I was never asked to join. I'm gonna pause right there for you so you can catch your breath, because I know you like to hear that, but yeah.
So let me fast forward a little bit. I just don't want to believe that Jay-Z is sleeping with or was sleeping with P. Diddy. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Shoot some bail, because if you get a,
I mean, he said he ain't lying. So
oh no, they lying, they trolling, because somebody who.
I thought we were meeting in private. Sean replied with a nonchalant shrug. I had to discuss something with her. It's fine, go ahead. He wielded this kind of power. Carter shifted uncomfortably in his chair before continuing. It's true.
What's going on?
Okay.
Who said what?
All right. So Carter is Hove.
Hove.
Sean is Puff.
Diddy. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me go back.
What?
Okay. So listen.
Jay-Z wants to talk to
Carter. Carter went on to speak to Sean.
Okay.
I thought we were meeting in private. Sean replied with a nonchalant shrug. I had to discuss something with her. It's fine. Go ahead. He wielded this kind of power. Carter shifted uncomfortably in his chair before continuing.
Okay.
It's true. Chris and Pac were about to start their own label.
Hold on. Chris and Pac is Biggie and
Tupac. Right.
They're about to start their own label. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Sean slammed his fist against the table, shouting, "Doesn't anyone have any fucking loyalty?" Carter. Well, that's not happening right now. Sean peered at Carter with distrust. Why the fuck are you so eager to share this with me? Chris is your man. Fuck, he brought you on and you stabbing him in the back? Carter.
Stop right there. So Biggie actually brought Jay-Z in to, become who Jay-Z actually is. And Jay-Z is sitting here banging on the table like these niggas ain't got no loyalty. And Diddy is like, why are you worrying about it? Yo, she definitely did. Shout out to the Fifth House. She did a great job narrating this book. She really did. Like, that's your man. Like, why are you so mad? It ain't like it's Suge Knight. Like, what? Because I'm confused myself. So go ahead.
Okay. So
good night, metamorphosis.
Carter responded with indignity. First, I'm tired of being that nigga's son. I need to come out from under his damn shadow. Sean smiled slightly. Okay, I respect that. Carter kept going. On top of that, this nigga is making that move, and it should have been with me. Sean looked at Carter blankly.
To sign with his record label. Universal Music Group is behind all this. Yes, Universal Music Group is behind all this. Shout out to Winton Dupree. Diddy was arrested because we are in a civil war. Eric Adams was indicted for the same reason. Can you elaborate on a civil war part, Winton? What exactly do you mean we are in a civil war? With Russia? Or what do you mean? Or between Democrats and Republicans? What do you mean exactly?
Right. Sean looked at Carter blankly. Pac put Chris on. You know this. What's this really all about, Carter? Don't fucking try to play me. The Jay-Z of today wasn't born yet. This young Sean Carter was in over his head.
Yeah.
Cornered, he had to spill it out.
Yeah, I can understand that. This definitely could be a distraction, for sure.
I want his spot. Ambition. Now, this is a man I can work with. Sean made a grandiose gesture towards Carter. Waiter, get this motherfucker whatever he wants. Carter smiled. Thank you. Sean responded, honesty and ambition. We're going to make a lot of bread together. Carter ordered a drink as he started again. Guess he won't be leaving with that nigga to do their own label now. Sean responded with his normal air of arrogance. Why don't you let me worry about that? I took this as my cue to escape. I told Sean, I'm going to go ahead and get back to Quincy. Sean was wrapped up in his conversation with Carter and barely noticed as he excused me. Have the limo drop you off. We didn't eat. He didn't care. I smiled and kissed him on the cheek and left. So, according to this, Jay-Z was in on it too?
Jay-Z, well, he not, taking up for Jay-Z this time, but just being objective. Well, he didn't say, I want to delete him. He's just mad that how dare he and Biggie try to start their own record label and instead of signing to Rockefeller. But I don't hear anything about like, let's, get them deleted. Did you? Or did I miss something?
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah, they just mad. Like, bro, what? I got a whole record company right here because Biggie was the shit, you know. Then you got Tupac, so it's like, yo, I want everybody to sign to my record. That's like if I would show your face, Jamal. Hold on, somebody was trying to. And like they like just wrote it 5 minutes ago.
It was about the same time I met Kamora. Those were the days, or so I thought. We always had girl talk, and the fact she was dating someone I had previously been with wasn't a source of contention. Okay, so I guess Kim banged Russell Simmons too.
Hold on, back up.
A true friendship, except Kamora was too jealous for that. Yes, Kadada knew about Kamora, Sean, and I all being.
So I'm gonna fast forward past this because this is a whole bunch of Kamora Lee and nobody cares about Kamora Lee.
That night. Award shows weren't anything new for us. At this.
Fast forward past this.
Sean responded indignantly. Why the fuck would that nigga think I had anything to do with it? Kadada retorted, Sean, can you blame him? Sean was obviously not.
So Kadada is Tupac's girl, and Kadada is confronting Diddy and saying, you know you shot my man. And Diddy is like, what are you talking about? I ain't do nothing. So that's what's going on right there. He turns around and gets mad at her, and he pees in her soda or something like that. Pulls the dick out and just pees in her soda. Some mess. But when fast forward past this, everybody keep hitting the like button. We getting a little higher. Everybody keep hitting the like button. And thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, Kamora almost seemed red in the face when she grabbed Kadada by the hand, saying, I gotta go to the restroom. Kadada not willing to.
All right, let me keep going.
Yes. XXX attended the parties from time to time. So she bleeped out somebody's name, but she didn't bleep out Will and Jada's name.
So it has to be somebody bigger. Let me back it up a little bit.
After one of Sean's infamous parties, everyone was there, and we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. They're just disgusting. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Isn't this the chapter you was trying to read earlier today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was so mad that I wasn't on the live with you because I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, you had it right the first time, but then you started saying other stuff that just wasn't right. But let me finish.
Okay.
Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Sean cared about me, but it was becoming more and more obvious that he preferred men. I was beginning to think that I was there more to cover his wild desires than because he really wanted to be with me. He was like Caesar, every woman's man and every man's woman. But truthfully, at that stage, I was becoming okay with it. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada Pinkett. Oh. And Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with XXX and Will Smith. Yes, XXX attended the parties from time to time. So she bleeped out somebody's name, but she didn't bleep out Will and Jada's name.
So it has to be somebody bigger, like somebody like a Michael Jackson or a Prince or somebody that's bigger than Will Smith. Because there's not too many people that are bigger than Will Smith other than a Prince or a Michael Jackson. Like anybody you would think that would be bigger than Will Smith back then? Will Smith was bigger than anybody other than them two.
Oh.
Unless it's like a religious person or something like that. This is like 1989 or whatever.
But Sean was no, this is 90 going back to Cali. This might have.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was always linked to all these folks. So yeah, altogether, the majority of the people that you see on TV were all having sex with each other, whether it was male or female. Yeah.
Like 96, 97.
96. Okay.
96, going back to Cali, yeah.
I just want y'all to think about something. That means Halle Berry possibly was just getting smashed by everybody. Just imagine smashing Halle Berry on Monday, J-Lo on Tuesday, like Kim Whitley on Thursday, just smashing all these bad chicks like it's nothing. Everybody just sleeping with each other and just orgying it out. That's an interesting world. That's an interesting world. Or LL, it sounds cool if you take away the gay stuff.
J and LL Cool J will punch you in the face. So you don't mess with LL Cool J.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you take away the side, you said side beef. You take away all the gay stuff or whatever, and it's just dudes on women and women on dudes. That sounds like a beautiful life. You just walking around a big old mansion, and Halle Berry's over here, and this chick is over here. Olivia Pope is over here, and you just like pow, 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 and everybody's just sounds like a fun life. Everybody's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I have imagined all those things. Yo, it's too late in the night to be imagining all those things. Go to bed.
So wait, so that means I was right because I said Will Smith.
You did right. You was right the first time, but then you started going off. Oh no, it's a woman rapper, and I'm like, no, it's not a female rapper. So you were right the first time, yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith, and so okay. So is this because I want to back up a little bit? Who was having sex with who? Will Smith, Jada, and all that other stuff.
So she was in the room with Jada Pinkett.
Mm-hmm.
She got up to go. She woke up and left the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Jada stayed in the bedroom. Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with XXX and Will Smith. So there were two guys in the room I don't want to say a guy because I don't know who XXX
might be a girl.
Right. So I don't know who XXX is, but he was in the room with two people. And then she said, yes, XXX attended the party.
Wait till y'all find out who XXX is that he keep talking about. Wait until you find out who XXX is.
From time to time, I could see him and Will kind of snuggled up on the bed together. So it was a guy.
It was a guy.
It was a guy. I could see him and Will snuggled up on the bed together. I was grateful. I wasn't asked to join in that room. I really didn't like XXX. Sean smiled when he saw me. Good morning. Here at the orgies, he wasn't very affectionate. He didn't have to pretend.
No, not XXX Tentacion. He wasn't nobody. No. This was back in like 1994.
But he couldn't walk straight. I know.
Whoa!
Diana, I think it is Dwayne Martin.
But why would she protect Dwayne Martin?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
So other than Dwayne Martin, do you think it was somebody else or do you think it was Dwayne Martin?
Still trying to figure out who XXX is.
I mean, either Dwayne or Clive. I don't know. But I don't think Clive would be coming to the house to do that. Coming to where they are to do that. I don't know.
And she mentioned Clive Davis before, so
yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. Dwayne Martin it is.
Okay. So he didn't have to pretend, but he couldn't walk straight. I knew how his ass felt, literally. We've had sessions playing with each other's anal cavities. I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him, I'm getting ready to go. He responded, let's have a cup of coffee first. This meant he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was about, but...
Real quick commercial break. Buy my card game.
Now we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay. Meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play deeper discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna
really
get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Top Z said no ads. Well, by my card game, it will be no ads. If I had, because we've been on here for a while, and I usually get to like 15 card games sold, and we haven't even gotten to 15 card games sold. So yeah, if I would get more card games sold, like Top Z, you ain't bought no card game. So if y'all bought a card game, the link is under this video. The link is in the chat that I just dropped. I'll have less ads. We got to get to a goal, and we're not at the goal yet. So the more you get to the goal, the less ads you see. That's how it works. We're trying to get to a goal. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. Buy my Deep Discussions card game. Let's go. Buy my Deep Discussions card game. Go to the link in the chat, and there will be no ads if enough people. It's 2,600 people in here. All we need is what, 6 card games sold, and there will be no more ads. So 6 people. All we need is 6 people and no more card game commercials. 6 people. Click the link under this video. Click the link in the chat and buy my card game, and then there will be no ads.
Situations like this, I really didn't have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I really didn't want to fight, so I sat down. But before we started talking, XXX came out the room. Sean was wearing boxers. XXX was in his birthday suit. XXX addressed us morning when he turned around.
I remember we're looking at XX. Well, not looking at. We're trying to find out who XXX is. So let's back up. Listen to XXX.
Sean was wearing boxers. XXX was in his birthday suit. XXX addressed us morning when he turned around in order to close the door. There was a dried cum stain on his neck. I can't.
Oh!
I cannot. Oh my God.
Thank you, Arctic Fox. I appreciate you.
This is crazy. Right, cum stain. Oh God.
XXX walked over, pulled a chair out to sit down next to us, and lit up a blunt. Definitely wasn't Clive.
Okay, it was somebody black.
It must have been somebody black. Sean stretched.
All right, so XXX right now is somebody black. That's the first clue because he smoked a blunt.
Out and said, "This East Coast, West Coast beef is more lucrative than I thought, but it's getting dangerous." XX responded, surprised, "Business first thing in the morning? Damn, cuz, you want it." Damn, cuz. Oh no! This is a West Coast person! This is a West Coast person!
Damn, cuz.
Damn, cuz, that's a West Coast person. Black Beauty, I think you're right.
No, I don't think it was Snoop. Well, it was
damn, cuz, that's West Coast, Aaron.
90s. It was in the 90s. Oh my God.
That is West Coast. Damn, cuz, that's West Coast.
One thing I could say is they blanked the person out. So they had to be somebody that is higher in stature than Will Smith. And there's no other rapper in the world that is higher in stature than Will Smith other than Snoop Dogg. Because Snoop is higher in stature than Will Smith. So if it's not Snoop, who else would it be?
Mad at Poop Dog.
Somebody said Poop Dog. Poop Dog is hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Jay-Z doesn't say cuz, and I can't imagine Jay-Z smoking a blunt.
Oh, Ice Cube don't say cuz. Easy E, nobody cares about Easy E, so they would have named Easy E.
Easy E was dead at that time.
Oh yeah, Easy E was dead. That's right. Easy E dead. I'm just looking at what they're saying.
Yeah, no.
It sounds like Snoop.
Yeah, I don't think Dr. Dre says cuz. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yes, Leon, yes, Diddy and Snoop was friends during the East-West Coast beef. Absolutely.
There's only two people that say cuz every couple words, and they
a blunt. There you go.
Blunt.
That's another key cue. Yeah, it was Uncle Snoop or whatever y'all call him.
Auntie Snoop.
Auntie Snoop. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah.
God.
Let me find my part. Okay, so XX walked over, pulled the chair out. Okay, lit up a blunt. There you go.
Lit up a blunt.
That's another key cue.
That's
whatever.
another key.
Yes.
I think she's trying to do this on purpose.
Definitely doing. Yes, she's definitely.
Because remember, I said it had to be somebody bigger, and I would say Snoop is the biggest rapper in the world. So yeah.
So somebody said it might be Suge Knight. Y'all think it might be Suge Knight? I don't know enough about Suge Knight to know if he says cuz, but Suge Knight is from the West Coast. Could it be Suge Knight? As I'm thinking, I think it's Suge Knight and not Snoop. Suge is already, I think it's Suge Knight. What do y'all think? Suge Knight or Snoop? I'm actually thinking it's Suge Knight. What do y'all think? Oh, no, it can't be Suge because Suge is a blood. You're right. Suge would say blood. So it's Snoop. I'm trying to throw Snoop some bail. It's Snoop. It can't be Suge Knight. Suge Knight was a blood. Damn, Snoop.
All right. So he goes, business first thing in the morning, damn, cuz you on it. But you know, you don't got nothing to worry about. You got a pass, daddy. XX smiled coyly. Sean apparently had something to talk about with XX as well, because he said, I can't protect everybody, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label. It was apparent XX was taken aback by this turn of events. By his reply, Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, it's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection.
All right, so are y'all keeping up? Do y'all know what's happening? Do y'all know why they're sitting down talking? They're talking about getting rid of Biggie right now. I want to make sure y'all are keeping up.
By his reply, Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, it's taxing on my resources to protect people.
Uh-oh. Hold on, let me back up. See, y'all, we was talking about Snoop so much.
Sean apparently had something to talk about with XX as well, because he said, I can't protect everybody, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label.
Which is Biggie. Biggie was planning on leaving Bad Boy and starting a label with Tupac. That's why Tupac and Biggie got murked somewhat at the same time, because they both was about to start their own label and take over the rap game.
It was apparent XX was taken aback by this turn of events. By his reply, Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, it's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. What the hell is going on here? What does Sean want from me? This morning is turning out to be way more than I expected, and I have to go. Quincy will be looking for me. Meanwhile, XX apparently wanted clarity. So to be clear, if something happened, XX made quotation marks with his fingers to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it wouldn't be considered he makes another set of quotation marks out of your control. Is that what you're saying? Wait a minute. Can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit.
So right here, so hold on right here. XX is talking to Diddy about not if they leave your label, but if they die. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Because he said if they leave your label. Damn.
And remember, Biggie apparently was hit by some Crips, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that Tupac?
Yep.
Tupac.
Biggie was hit. Tupac was hit by Crips.
Well, we still don't really know who hit. Like there's still.
Sadly, there's no information about Biggie. It's like nobody even cared.
Well, Suge did say, if you find out who killed Pac, you'll know who killed Biggie.
Oh, he did say that.
Mm-hmm. And according to what we're learning, Crips killed Pac, right?
And Crips most likely killed Biggie.
Right.
And this is the reason why these guys were wiped out so quickly, because it was an inside job. Like Diddy, got both of them whacked. So, and then Diddy had the police officers on payroll. Mm-hmm. So it was nobody to tell on, and sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, there's a possibility that XXX was corrupt, the rapper corrupt. I don't understand why they would bleep him out, but name everybody else. So I don't think XXX is corrupt, because why the hell would you bleep out corrupt? Corrupt ain't nobody.
Snoop knew that he was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that little quotation part back?
Mm-hmm. So, XX.
I'm gonna fast forward.
Sean's ego is rearing its ugly head, but an older, wiser me understands now what I did not comprehend all those years ago. Sean was just getting to the real reason that he had XXX there. The world was about to lose Biggie. XX laughed. You a cold motherfucker. Sean said, why the fuck should I protect someone that isn't going to stick around? I made him. That nigga should be worshiping the ground I fucking walk on.
Right.
I was thinking Sean's ego is rearing its ugly head, and I wanted to get out of there, but instincts told me I need to tread carefully. So my next move had to be calculated. I didn't want any part of this, not even implicity, but I was just dragged right into the middle of it. If what was happening here ever comes out, will I be held as an accomplice? But even as those thoughts crossed my mind, I couldn't just pretend this was okay. So I said, but Sean, he hasn't left yet. They're just rumors. Are you going to let him die because of some rumors? Sean glared at me, the anger in his voice obviously stemming from the hurt, as he said, I know when I'm being betrayed. I am not killing anyone, but I am not protecting somebody that doesn't have my back 150%. Fuck that.
So remember, he says, I'm not killing anybody. I'm just not protecting somebody that is planning on leaving my label.
Damn. This was railing out of control. My mind began to race. Is there a way to get through to him? Maybe I could use the finance route. Sean, he's bringing in so much money. You put so much money into cultivating him. Are you going to throw away all of that money? That's
He's
when
going to leave anyway. Who cares?
Yeah. That's when he revealed how thought out this meeting really was. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him. Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far.
Oh shit. That's literally what happened. So I want y'all to think about this, because this is what's crazy. This man deletes Biggie, and then he goes on tour on his I Miss You Biggie shit and gets his wife to sing background vocals for I Miss You Biggie when he's the one who deleted the man.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim knew that he deleted him and watched, not saying she was terrible when he did this, but she watched Faith.
Yeah, she heard a lot of stuff.
Dancing around and touring with a man that killed her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Faith was Biggie's wife, and she sung on the same song that he talked about him dying. His own wife sung the vocals.
I mean, ain't nobody. I mean, Faith had sex with Pac and lied about it, so I don't really believe nothing Faith says. Like Faith, I don't believe that's silly.
You got a point. You got a point. And she probably married Biggie's fat ass because of some reason. Yeah, because Biggie was ugly. So I back then I really like had a crush on Faith, right? And I used to be like, why she marry his ugly ass? So I kind of like didn't understand it. So it was all business probably.
Yeah. Aaron, real quick, is it okay for us to be reading this book?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how you're not supposed to play music on YouTube, other people's music? It's okay for us to read the book?
Well, if you sing other people's music, that's okay, right?
Oh, I guess.
That's not other people's music if you're singing it. You can't play some.
Oh, sorry. I need to go back up. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him, Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off of his death would blow away all the money we made so far. I was perplexed. Sean, he continued, he's worth more to me dead than alive. Sean Combs is a calculated monster.
It actually makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Like looking at it from his brain, it makes sense because he invested all this money promoting him, and then he turns around and says, "I'm out of here," and then he's going to take Tupac with him. So imagine, okay, you got to look at it like this: everybody is fighting for a piece of this pie of the rap game, right? You got Death Row over here. You got Bad Boy over here. And the only reason why Bad Boy is because of Biggie. And then you got Tupac, because Tupac wasn't with Death Row at first. So you got Death Row, Snoop Doggy Dogg and all them. Then you got Tupac, and then you got Biggie and Puff, right? So if Biggie and Tupac got together, that would take up 1/2 of the pie. And now you only got Death Row and Biggie and Tupac, and literally it wouldn't be no Bad Boy, because at that time, if Biggie and Tupac got together and Tupac was talking shit about Biggie because he got shot, and then turns around and start working with Biggie, it would be Tupac and Biggie talking shit about Puff. Does that make sense? And Puff ain't got no artists to reply to them, because now you got the two of the biggest artists in the world working together, start their own label or whatever. And literally, Biggie would probably tell Tupac that, yeah, he shot you. So they're gonna be making diss records, and you get what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about it is, if Biggie leaves Bad Boy, you can't diss them back because you don't have any artists anymore. So the other side of this is getting rid of Biggie and then doing what Puff did, acting like he misses him, and he made more millions. It makes all the sense in the world. Now, I'm not saying that I would have did it, but if I was sitting in the room hearing this logic, I would have been like, do it.
And something I want y'all to think about is this. Have y'all ever heard of labels having insurance in the wording? Have y'all ever heard of that? So let me elaborate a little bit. From what I've heard, because I don't know for a fact, but from what I've heard, labels would have an insurance policy on the rapper's or singer's life. You know, when you sign all that paperwork or whatever. So you sign all these, pages of paperwork. Hey, we're going to sign you to $1 million deal. In page number 280, it's actually an insurance policy, a life insurance policy that you also signed, which means if you die, they get life insurance off of you. But you have to die of natural causes or whatever, you get poisoned or something like that. And that's why all these people end up dying. This is crazy. But have y'all ever heard of that? There's a life insurance policy in the paperwork that you sign when you sign a record deal. Have y'all ever heard of that? This shit is bad. Because in all honesty, you are better off dead than alive to a record company. Damn.
Or, because I don't care. I'm just an artist. But I don't know if I would say do it, but I'll be like, this actually makes sense. So am I wrong for that?
To answer this question, is that what happened to XXX and Aaliyah and everyone else? Yes. You die, and the record company that you're signed to gets a big ass insurance check. And sometimes, just like with Biggie, you probably aren't making a lot of money, but if the person dies, you make a lot of money. Because remember, it wasn't just about Biggie dying. Think about how many songs he made about Biggie. Think about this. Y'all probably ain't thought about this. The first album that P. Diddy ever came out was called No Way Out. No Way Out was a whole album dedicated to Biggie. Every step I take. That was the No Way Out album. So what I'm saying is, Diddy was not even an artist. He was a producer. But he deleted Biggie and he became the next artist. And he came out with No Way Out. And it went double platinum. And then after that, he found Mace and they started doing their thing with Mace. But it all started with him deleting Biggie, and his whole life blossomed because he got rid of Biggie. Damn. Real quick commercial break, and then we'll come right back. Came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.
Like, it makes sense because it worked.
But that's how it is in this industry. Everybody who dies, they're worth more dead than alive.
Right.
So, yeah,
so it's an understanding that a rap artist that is leaving your label is better off dead than alive. It makes financial sense. It doesn't make moral sense, but it makes financial sense. But go ahead. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, I love her voice. She sounds like a little cat. Listen to her right here. Listen. Tell me she sounds like a little cat right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, back up.
It makes sense.
Listen to her. She sounds like a little cat.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, don't she sound like a little cat?
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
she got like the cutest freaking voice.
We just go. I know it's Snoop. I'm just gonna Snoop chimes in.
Let's just say Snoop chimed in. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, fam. A lot of people out here want Biggie dead too. Without your protection, he doesn't stand a chance in Cali. Biggie's gonna die. This is crazy. I dare not say anything else about it. Sean smiles and stands to walk over to a safe behind a picture. There he pulls out a bag marked with XX's name. He turns to XX and says, that's why you're worth your weight in gold. You understand me. Here's a little something for you to take care of my people. Yeah, the Crips. XX smiles. Sean.
Hold on, stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
So some people may not know this, but Snoop was actually broke back then. Snoop
should have been more
left Death Row broke, and I don't know if anybody remembers this. He actually went to New Orleans and sat down and talked to what's his name? Master P.
Diddy gives him a little something.
Let me find out. Let me first came out with Doc. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So
Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. $ AARON 1000. Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. $ AARON 1000. If you are enjoying this live stream, contribute to the channel. $ AARON 1000. Contribute to the channel. Just drop $5, $10 in my Cash App. Contribute to the channel. Cash App $ AARON 1000.
Diddy gives him a little something for you to take care of my people. Here's a little something for you to take care of my people.
The name of this book is called Kim's Last Words.
Sex smiles. Sean, I love you, baby. You know I got your back. Your problems are my problems. I'll make sure to to have my people take care of your people. I need to get out of here. This is crazy. I attempted to leave again. Sean, I want to get to Quincy before he wakes up. Sean looks at me responding, "It's getting late. Give him a kiss for me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank God." XXX always with something to say. I'd love to meet the little tyke sometime. Not a chance in hell. Something about this guy creeps me out. I forced a smile. That would be great. I made my exit. Yeah. Chapter 10.
All right, y'all. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking my ass to bed. This was super fun. I was going to stay up a little longer, but this book is another 2 hours, maybe another hour, and I ain't gonna make it. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for this long. This has been a good long ass live stream. I think we started at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this ain't super crazy, but yeah, I've done a 4 hour live stream before. But y'all have a great night. I'm going my ass to bed, and if y'all want a part 2, I got y'all. We'll do a part 2. I'll stop right here, and then we'll do a part 2 tomorrow if y'all want to. Great channel. Thank you. I appreciate you. And before y'all leave, Cash App is $AARN 1000. If y'all want to contribute to the channel, if y'all enjoyed what I brought to y'all, contribute to the channel, and or buy my Deeper Discussions card game or my mother-daughter card game. I'm just here to help. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night. All right, where you at? Good night, Earth Angel. Good night. Thank you. What's up, Malika? Well, everybody in the chat is already subscribing because I got subscribers only in here. But yeah, anybody watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It's 2,000 people watching. Everybody watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel if y'all enjoyed this live stream, because this is what we do over here. We sit on 4-hour live streams, kicking it, and it's a beautiful life over here. And I'm about to put together what is it? Something for y'all. But we about to go to bed. All of us about to go to bed. But make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you've been up with us, subscribe to us and be a part of us. All right. So everybody right now, hit the like button if you have not already, and subscribe to my channel. Hold on. If I resub, can I get a free Deep Discussion card game? No. Just buy the card game. Damn it. Y'all get on my nerves. Good night, y'all. But yeah, everybody watching, subscribe to my channel. 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 Let me see what we looking like. Are y'all subscribed to my channel right now? Subscribing to my channel right now? The subscribers should be going up if y'all are subscribing to my channel. So are y'all now subscribing to my channel? All 2,000 of y'all are not subscribed to my channel. So subscribe to the channel. Come on. I'm waiting for the subscription to go up. Okay, there we go. Everybody's subscribing. There we go. Everybody's subscribing. There you go. Okay. And on our card game goal, we were 4 card games short. So if you want to help us get to our card game goal right now, I need 4 people to click the link under this video, or I'll click the link in the chat, or I'll drop the link in the chat. And I need 4 people to buy my card game, and then we would have made our goal. Do you want us to make our goal? 4 people buy my Deeper Discussions card game right now. All right. You said, somebody says, I am. All right. Pensando, you said, I am. Shout out to you. So we need 4 people to buy my Deeper Discussions card game in order to get to our goal. So we need 4 people before we go. Let's get to our goal. Buy my Deeper Discussions card game. So y'all have a good rest of y'all night. Don't forget to buy your card game. I am out.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. Hold on. Do you have Zelle? I don't know how Zelle works. Yes, I have Zelle. I don't know how it works. Rashida, just buy a card game. Click the link. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Just buy a card game. This way, you'll be getting something in return, and instead of just a contribution. I'll be contributing to you in exchange for you contributing to me if you buy a card game. So, do you see the link, Rashida? I just dropped it in the chat, and it's under this video if you don't see it. Do you see it? Just buy, one of my 2 card games, and that would be your contribution. And I appreciate you in advance. No problem. And I have a book that is on the website also. So just everybody right now, click the blue link that I just dropped in the chat and see if it's something that you like, and choose one and make a purchase. And then we would have made our goal. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when wait. Queen of the World says, too bad my mother ruined my life before the game came out. Well, play the game with her and it will help y'all forgive each other. Because, like, if she's still alive, play the game with her and give it a chance. What do you mean? As long as she's still alive, you have an opportunity to, reinvigorate a relationship with your mom. Because that's specifically, people like you are who I made this card game for, to give you hope for you and your mother to have a better relationship. So shout out to Queen of the World, Queen of World 916. I felt that, and I can understand. I coach women, and most women have relationships like that with their mother. And that's specifically why I came out with this mother-daughter card game. It's for you. But don't say, because I have a bad relationship with my mom, I'm not going to buy the card game. The card game is for people who had a bad relationship with their mom. Just think about that. It's specifically for you. It's not for people who had good relationships with their moms. You know, y'all can play it too, but it's mainly for women who have bad relationships with their mom to help heal that within you and your mom. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. Give it a try. I promise you, you won't regret it. Therapy in a Box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.